Beautiful piano. Do you play?
A little bit. A touch.
Thank you for having me to your beautiful. Oh, this is not your home, right?
This isn't my house.
It's your manager's?
He's my lighting designer, my documentary producer.
I know you've never had a problem with a manager. I saw the documentary. It's awesome. How fortuitous on my network, HBO. I learned so much about you. First of all, your health. I mean, all your fans are wanting to know you had something. Did we fix it?
It's not fixed. It's still being worked on.
But you look good. You sound good. You look and sound like you.
I feel fine.
Oh, okay.
My balance sucks. It's like being on a boat.
Why?
That's a good question. It used to be called water on the brain. Now it's called hydrocephalus, normal pressure hydrocephalus.
What causes that?
Nobody knows. They don't know. What is it? Idiomatic? Idio something. They don't really know what causes. I thought it must be from drinking.
Well, you don't drink.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
But I used to, like a fish.
But you're good. You look good.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I think they keep referring to what I have as a brain disorder. So it sounds a lot worse than what I'm feeling. You know.
Well, this really came about because, I wrote you a little note and said that everybody, the music is so awesome that nobody can kind of not recognize that. But I never thought you really got your due as a lyricist, because pop music, the number of times you can find really great lyrics in pop music, not that often. Yours stand alone, I feel, as poetry, even without the music, which I think is very rare in music. So, can you enjoy a pop song if the lyrics are shit?
Probably, because I'm tuned into the music before I even understand what the lyrics are. That's the first thing I hear, is the rhythm, the melody, the chords, the production, the sound of it. And then I start to dig into what the lyrics are. If they're really cornball and awful and tacky, probably not. But I let a lot of that go.
I let all of it go. If I made that the bar, I would throw out 80% of my music.
You're probably right.
I mean, a lot, and that's okay, I used to have this little argument with Clive Davis, who I know was instrumental in your career, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And, I mean, he was of the opinion that lyrics were more important than the music, or as important. And I would say, well, there are certain people for whom lyrics are very important. They're called women. I mean, we all like lyrics, but I honestly don't. It doesn't have to be the case. And lots of people who we really love wrote some pretty horrible lyrics, including the Beatles, we love more than anybody, right? But some of their lyrics are just gobbledygook. I don't know what "I am the walrus" means. I don't know what "yellow matter custard dripping from a dead dog's eye" means.
Right. A lot of it is how you listen to it. It's not necessarily what the meaning of the lyrics are, but what the sound of the lyrics are. And Lennon got that when he wrote "I Am the Walrus." It was all about what it sounded like.
Right.
I remember when we were kids listening to the Beatles, 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. Wow, he's talking about Blackburn, Lancashire. Where the hell is that? It was so exotic sounding. Remember the song Norwegian Wood?
Of course.
She's a Norwegian. What does that mean? it all was kind of very...
But that song, I feel like, I can kind of understand basically what it's about. It's sort of like a veiled telling of a groupie encounter.
Yes.
Okay, in an era where you couldn't be too explicit about it, and probably where he didn't want his wife to know.
Right.
I fell asleep in the bath, and I don't know what. I don't think Wood was he saying erection with Wood? Is that?
Now we can say that, but back then,
was Wood a term back then for a heart?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, I just feel like some of these lyrics are daring you. They were so good at music. They were like, I fucking dare you to like this song.
Yeah, Lennon would do that. Yeah.
And
a challenge.
McCartney would write "Hello, Goodbye," or I mean, "Get Back." Did you watch the?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
so we saw him writing it. Remember, Lennon was late one day, and you saw him writing on a bass, and we saw how the lyrics evolved. I mean, there's only like four lyrics to the song. It's just a sound collage, and it's like,
Yes.
and it's okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't know, and I don't
that-
care.
I don't care either, but I've been listening to that song for 50 something years.
Yeah.
And it's just sounds great, right?
Yes, it's about sound. That's what first hits us is the sound of the lyrics, not the meaning.
Okay. But I came here to say one thing, which is that you never do that. You either write a love song, which is awesome lyrically, poetic, stands alone without the music, even if I'd never heard the music, or when you're not writing a love song, it's about something. There's some nutrition to it, there's some meaning to
I
it.
hope so.
There is. And you say it eloquently. You don't just put it down. It's just not like, oh, well, good enough. So, I know in the documentary you said said something like, I write the way I speak. I mean, you don't really believe that.
I think so.
You
I use plain language. I don't get flowery.
yes, you do.
You think so? I try
Well,
not to.
Okay. When I wore a younger man's clothes, is a poet. You could have said,
Okay.
when I was younger,
But it wouldn't have rhymed.
and also when I wore a younger man's clothes. That's the difference between a poet and a schmuck. Wouldn't say it that
Well,
way.
it's, as the smile ran away from his face,
And,
that's a poem.
I mean, it's all through. I mean, can you play a little of Summer Highland Falls? Do you remember the lyrics to that?
Yeah. I hope so. You want me to sing?
What?
Should I? You want me to sing?
No. What is,
They say that these are not the best of times.
these are the only times
They're
we
the
know.
only times I've ever known.
Right.
It was the best of worlds. It was the worst of worlds. It was
No.
A Tale of Two Cities.
Oh, is that where you got that from?
Yeah, I stole it
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay, so you're stealing from Dickens, the best.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then in Cathedrals of Our, what's the next line?
I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own.
Okay, you got to admit that's a little more sophisticated than Wooly Bully.
It's a little artsy fartsy, yes.
It's okay. Well, for us English and history majors, we appreciated it in a very big way.
Well, do you know that there's a song I wrote called "You're My Home"? It was on the Piano Man album.
I love it. It's on my top 50 of yours.
Well, I got beat up for a lyric in that song. The lyric was, let's see, "You're my home. You're my castle, you're my cabin,
Yeah.
and my instant pleasure dome." And there was a lot of instant pleasure dome. What a reach! And I said, "Excuse me, that's from Xanadu by William Golden." I stole it from a poet.
Kubla Khan, yes.
Yeah.
The story of Xanadu.
Kubla
Yeah.
Khan, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, not everyone's going to appreciate all this, but I'm telling you, a lot of people do. And I think you are I mean, I have heard you always say that you write the music first.
Yes,
Okay, so, and you still write music.
yes.
Okay, so it's really the fact that it's the lyrics. You set such a high standard that I think that's probably what is holding you back and why you haven't released music in so long, is because it seems like that's the part. You said at one point in the documentary, even, you said you got tired of the tyranny of the rhyme.
Yes.
Okay, and you know what? I'll tell you a little story. I tried to write a song once. It's hard. It was during the pandemic, and like we were all home with nothing to do, right? And it's like bored. I go, when am I gonna? It's like, you know what? I always thought I could write a song. Maybe not the music, but I'm a writer. Excuse me. I've written 6 books. The editorial every week at the end of the show. I pretty much write that. I mean, with help, but that's my baby. And like, a 13 stand-up special. I can write a song. No, I can't. I tried it sober. I tried it stoned. I tried it in a car. I tried it in a bar. I tried it on Mars. I tried it from afar. I couldn't do it. And you know, it's just a special, different kind of skill than the one I have. And I even had a good premise and a title. It's called "The World Makes Us Lie."
Okay, that's a good premise.
It is, because it was about someone in a relationship with someone who the world deemed age inappropriate. I don't know where I got the idea. But, and it could be more universal than that. The world does make us lie about things. And,
I agree.
And it's sometimes appropriate. If you believe what they were saying in the tabloids, you deserve to be lied to,
Well,
right?
just to get along, you've got to lie.
Right. So if you want to, if you're bored one day and you want to noodle with that one,
Please don't.
because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
It's hard. It is hard.
It really is hard.
It is.
So when you listen to music, I was reading in the Times 2 days ago, they said the kids are back into buying DVDs because they got the memo that on digital, you don't ever really own anything that you think you own, but you really don't.
Right.
So like DVDs, yeah, that it's not my format. But what do you stream? Do you have an 8-track? Do you have a jukebox? Do you
I don't know
have a
how to
boombox?
even get to it anymore. I can't even turn my TV on without going through 4 or 5 different permutations.
Oh, I know. But like, but when you listen to music, what are you listening on? What
First,
format?
I got to find the right medium to hear it. I don't always, I hardly play vinyl anymore. Although I have a turntable, a really nice turntable. I got a nice stereo, Macintosh, analog equipment, and I don't know how to use it. So I try to find a radio station. I like to listen to classical music. That's
Exclusively?
Pretty much.
You never want to hear Crimson and Clover.
No, I do. My kids make me listen to pop music. Daddy, put on the pop station.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about radio now?
Yeah, in the car.
In the car.
Yeah. So it's easier for me to find a radio station in the car than it is at home. But what I do to listen to classical music when I want to hear it, I put on the TV and I try to find this classical symphony station on TV so I can hear music. It's so ass backwards. That's how I hear music nowadays. I put the TV on. Weird.
I mean, for me, the iPod, because I'm an anal retentive person, was like the perfect medium, and I still use it. It's not easy. You have to buy them on eBay. They don't make them anymore. Apple definitely doesn't want you to.
It sounds like ancient technology to me.
It is, but it's superior technology, and I'll tell you why. First of all, on the iPod, first of all, it's all in your computer, and then you sync the iPod. Do you remember that, when you sync it to you? So your playlists, all your music is there. So for someone who just wants exactly what I want, streaming is all about, you like this, so you'll probably like this. And my answer is no, I won't. But more than that, it clarifies to me how great an artist is or not. How many songs do I have of theirs? Do I have 8 or 100, That to me is very valuable. It's one reason why I never understood why, like, you performed with Elton John. Why would 2 guys who each have so many songs that you could fill more than a concert, why would you do it? Why would you join forces? You don't need to join forces. Like, I understand bands do that. Like, if you want to have Soul Asylum go out with Sixpence None the Richer, makes total sense. No offense to the bands. It's no offense to only have 4 or 5 hits, but why you and Elton John?
Well, that goes back a long ways. I actually met Elton in Amsterdam back in the early 70s, the Sonesta Hotel in Amsterdam. So Elton was at the hotel. Steve Cohen, who I was just talking about earlier, knew his manager, John Reed, and got us together. But we met, and we were saying, I hope you don't believe what they write about me and you with this rivalry, because I don't have any rivalry towards you at all. I admire your work. And we said, someday maybe we should get together and play together and show people how we are different. because there was a lot of comparisons going on. Neither of us were comfortable with that. So we talked about how do you overcome something like that. And there was an early idea, let's play together and let's see, let the chips fall where they may. Let people decide for themselves.
You really gave a shit that much that they said that? I mean, to the point where didn't you go out, I think the doc said you were 16 years on the road with him.
Yes, on and off, 16 years together.
Again, it's just crazy to me that somebody who could do more hits than we have time for of his own would then like do a show with another guy. It seems like it's an embarrassment of riches. But
It was, but it was, the fun part about it was I got to play his shit and he got to play my shit.
what did you play of his?
Oh, I played Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which I loved.
Love that.
I played Your Song. You know, a lot of his big hits I got to play. And I didn't have to play the Billy Joel stuff, which was kind of a nice relief.
I mean, double albums, remember?
Yeah.
Very few good all the way through. I mean, it's hard enough to make a single album good all
Yes.
the way through. You always did.
Tried.
And we appreciate that. Name like your top 5, like maybe the only 5 good double albums. A
Double
Goodbye
album?
Yellow Brick Road is definitely one of them. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
That was
right?
a good one.
That's a amazing double album.
Yes. That was a good
The
album.
White Album,
I'm not a big fan of the White Album,
like I say, not the White Album.
but some people love it. I hear it as a collection of half-assed songs that didn't finish writing because they were either too stoned or they didn't care anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
A lot of stuff on that
Well,
album.
certainly Revolution number 9, no one's going to defend that. Okay, but you know, it's a double album.
I think they had fragments, and they put them on the album. I think John was kind of disassociated somewhat at that point. I think Paul was carrying the weight at that point.
Since before then.
Yeah.
You know, my theory with the Beatles has always been that what really broke them up was what they cared about more than anything else was A-sides of singles themselves. I mean, they were, after all, the only band ever
Awesome.
who did not put the singles on the album until the very end.
Yeah.
That's how much they valued the single.
That was state of the art. There were no such thing as album artists. It was all about hit singles for them.
Yeah, and usually you would buy an album, or often, and for the hit single, which was on the album, and then the rest of the album didn't live up to the single. They didn't put the single on the album. And I think at a certain point, Lennon was not getting the A-side. Imagine writing a song as great as Strawberry Fields.
And it's not the hit.
It's not the A-side.
Not the
Penny
single.
Lane was the A-side.
Right.
It also was like it charted on its own, but of course it's a little moodier and not quite as mass appeal as Penny Lane, right?
Right.
So it wasn't as big. And then you write Revolution and you lose out to Hey Jude. You know, this was like a pattern.
Well, I think I have a theory that we don't know about, which is I think they almost broke up a couple of times. I think just like a marriage.
What band doesn't?
Right. But it was never talked about. It had to look smoothed over for the 10 years that they were, famous. I think they almost broke up a few times, and they had their ups and downs. And sometimes they were more prolific, and sometimes they weren't. And I hear that in some of those things.
Did your band ever want to be like named? Like, was there ever talk like, why isn't it Billy Joel and the
East
Tune
Street
Masters?
Band. Yeah, we talked about it.
Billy Joel and
We tried
Fire
to-
Dog.
Exactly. We tried to come up with names, and they're always these hackneyed sounding names. Billy
Really?
Joel and-
Like what? Attila.
Billy
I saw that.
BJ and the Affordables was like a joke. And we did it on a video with Rodney Dangerfield. What video was that?
Oh,
Tell Her About It, which is a song I don't like.
Really?
I was trying
I
to
do.
do a Motown song. I was trying to be, what's the name?
Oh.
Diana Ross and the Supremes.
I opened for Frankie Valli as a comic in 1984, right after the 50s tribute album came out, which is an opus. It's an opus. It's not just a record. And I'm sure he somehow got the message to you, but if he didn't, I remember him saying how flattered and thrilled he was by what you did with that album.
Oh, with Uptown Girl?
Yes, they knew. I mean, you weren't hiding it. You were just
No, it was an homage.
an homage. But like, a lot of your stuff is an homage to classical music. I feel like you were the one guy who like channeled classical music into pop music in such a way as an idiot like me who has no interest in classical music loves it.
I take that as a compliment.
You should.
I was trying, maybe unconsciously trying to do that. Because I hear it when I listen back to this stuff.
So you don't think the White Album, okay, like,
Nah. White Album.
what about Tommy?
Nah.
Double album.
There was a lot, to me, it was a lot of filler on Tommy. There was a lot of instrumental guitar playing that I didn't care about. A double album, Cream, Wheels of Fire.
No, not good.
I loved that.
Really?
I loved it.
You thought that was a great double album?
I loved it. I loved everything on that album.
White Room is on that.
Yes.
I didn't.
Crossroads.
Yeah,
Toad.
well, I remember the titles. I obviously don't remember the music because I listened to them and then forgot them.
Okay.
So, but you cannot, and people try to do it all the time, like tell a person, you should like this. They do it, here, listen, you should, no, I shouldn't. There's no shouldn't. It either hits me or it doesn't.
I hear you. I understand.
But
how about Axis Bold as Love, Jimi Hendrix?
Hendrix never tickled my ear the way you do. I know he's awesome and great, and the Fire, and the played Sgt. Pepper the day it came out, and great stuff. And 27 Club looks like a cool dude who was always having threesomes with a joint in his mouth. But I just never got into the music.
See, I loved almost everything he ever did. It was as if he squeezed his entire life into 3 years. He only had a 3-year career, and then he was dead. Hendrix, yeah.
27.
Died at 27, and he was just getting started.
Right.
But you look at this, the amount of work he was able to do, there was so much crammed into a short amount of time that I loved everything he did.
But I mean, I saw in the doc, you love Zeppelin, as I do.
I love Zeppelin.
But that to me, you sound nothing like Zeppelin in most of your Billy Joel music.
I'm not Zeppelin.
Maybe Attila, yeah.
I tried to. It was a complete disaster.
No. I think you found your niche. I think that's been decided. Why did you ever put out a double album?
I did. I think a double greatest hits. There was Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Volume 2.
But that's not like putting out a...
That's not a real album. No, it's a collection.
No, but you were wise to. Because you're right, it's very hard. I mean, George Martin, he said exactly what you said. He's in the Beatles documentary, and he says, I thought we should have just made one really good single album.
Out of the White Album.
Yeah, but you know what? I got to tell you, you people in the business, you just have a different view. I'm just a young man in the 22nd row. I see you as something more than sexual, more than just our Marilyn Monroe. And to us, like a lot of the things you guys do and talk about and think are important, like George Martin, I saw in the documentary, wanted to produce you, which is a great compliment and makes perfect sense of all the people who he thinks he could follow the Beatles with. Okay, but then he wanted to fire your band. And I don't know what George Martin was hearing from your band, but I promise you, the regular guy did not notice that. Did not think that band, oh boy, Billy Joel's records, if only he'd fire that band and hire a good one. It's ridiculous.
That was one of the most traumatic things I went through, was deciding not to work with George Martin, who was one of my heroes. I thought he was an integral part of the Beatles, and I loved the Beatles more than anybody.
Completely.
And he was the fifth Beatle.
Right.
And wait, you're not going to have George Martin produce you? Your big problem is production. You need a good producer. I know, but he wants to not use my band, and that's part of my sound, I thought.
But also, what are you talking about production? There's so much production. Like on Billy the Kid?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean,
Aaron Copland.
so many of your songs, I'm telling you, it's an opus. It's not just a record. That's production from early on. One of the things that blew my mind in this documentary was how big you were, how not big you were at a time when I thought you were huge, like when I was in college, that we're talking about Turnstiles, was, had enormous songs on it. Like people, I'm sure, think today.
But you were East Coast, right?
Yes, but like New York State of Mind, Say Goodbye to Hollywood. What else? James. Nobody talks about that. That awesome Angry Young Man.
I was a regional artist for a long time.
That really blew my mind that you were staying in Holiday Inns and scrounging for money at a time when I thought we all did in college, because Piano Man, that album had come out, Turnstiles, Streetlight Serenade. I was still in college when the big one came out.
It was a long slog.
And the critics were not kind. Do you think did that affect you? Like you said, the thing with Elton John moved you to do something, because they were mean and wrong.
I thought they were wrong. And
they were wrong.
Okay.
Definitely. Time has proved it, and it was easy to know at the time. Sometimes people are just wrong. But, again, the stupidest, I think, thing in the world is a music review, because you can't put in words whether I like this song or not.
What do they
call it? I have to hear it.
Well, talking about music, who said that? It's like dancing about architecture. You say, what's the point?
It's no point.
No point. You can't get the sound from a story in a magazine, which I'm quoting myself.
It's like writing a review of mustard. I either like it or I don't.
Right.
Right.
It's all subjective.
And they're such, just looking for ways to be stupid and snobby. Another thing I learned in the documentary that I had no knowledge of before was that you were at one point appreciated ironically. And I was like, you know what? I was never aware of this. I never felt the need to distance myself from my appreciation of Billy Joel. Were you aware of that?
I know that there was some speculation about what the songs were really about, but I was just being literal. Like Piano Man was about a gay bar.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It was like, I didn't know that until recently. No.
But I feel sometimes something is so popular that then they decide it's corny. Like I saw it happen in Stairway to Heaven. One of the greatest songs ever. And the song didn't change, but it just got played so much.
Is there a bustle in your hedgerow? Do you know what that means?
No.
Because I don't get that one.
Exactly. And that's what I appreciate about you. You never do that to me. You never make me go, what the fuck? Could you replace the placeholder lyric with a real one? Would you put in the time to do that?
Do you buy Davy in the Navy?
Yes, totally.
Okay, a lot of people don't. They go, that was a stretch. Wow, what a cornball lyric that is. The guy's name was Davy, and he was in the Navy.
Even if it wasn't, it rhymes with Navy.
Exactly. Thank you.
And it makes sense. Again, it's couched in this song that has so much poetry in it, and also moves people in a very big way. But again, that song is kind of like the Stairway to Heaven song. It's just so fucking good and played so much that at some point, some group of people have to come along and go, oh boy, yeah, Stairway to Heaven. I remember when Neil Diamond suddenly sucked, and I was like, I didn't get the memo. I like Neil Diamond, and always will. And Barry Manilow, same thing. Like him, don't need to be ironically in love.
You're entitled to like what you want.
Especially when it's good.
Well, I have to disagree with you about Piano Man. I don't think it's that good a song, even though it's been...
I know. Okay, I don't care.
Okay. No, I know. It's fine.
Literally, as
Everybody
a
has
fan,
their
I
own
can
taste.
say, I don't care if you don't like it. And I appreciate you bearing with us who love it to play it all the time. When I'm sure I got bored telling the same jokes. You did.
For
43 years, I was on the road as a stand-up. I just stopped doing it. Just that's part of what. Yeah, I've told this joke 100 times, and I know when I go ba 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 ba, they go mad with laughter.
Watch this.
And if I go ba 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 ba, it won't get any laugh.
Right.
So I like hit the pedal and make the hamster dance, and I feel like a hack sometimes.
It's showbiz.
But okay, I got a great question for you. So when you were the piano man, like making them forget about their troubles for a while, you must have been playing certain songs.
I was just kind of this sound coming out of the corner of the room for the most part until I started to sing something on the mic. And it looked like sometimes that annoyed people. They didn't want to hear a singer. They just wanted some background music.
I got something for you. When I was 12, I sent away, I bet you we listened to the same WABC Cousin Brucey radio when we were a kid, because that was Long Island in New Jersey.
WMCA Good Guys, yeah.
When I Good Guys, and then Cousin Brucey on ABC.
Yep.
I sent away for this when I was 12, the top 100 hits of 1968. You're bowled over by it.
Well, am I supposed to know?
No, I'm just saying, I still have it.
Why?
Aren't you glad now I can tell you what the top 100 hits of 1968 are.
Go ahead, let me know.
Right, see? Now you're glad I saved it. Number 1, Hey Jude.
Biggie.
2, Young Girl by Gary Puckett. Very inappropriate today. Like you
Absolutely,
couldn't.
Yeah.
Just the fact that she's in his mind.
Right.
And his love for her is way out of line.
Yeah.
Not good. Number 3, I hope you love this song as much as I do. People Gotta Be Free. The Rascals.
I love the Rascals.
That song also was a giant, right? You remember how big a hit that was?
I love they were my favorite band at that time, was the Young Rascals.
4, Mrs. Robinson.
Great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
No drummer.
There's no drumming on that song?
No drummer.
What's driving the rhythm on that?
The guitar.
Well, that's it?
Guitar is a percussive instrument.
That was a Roy Halley engineered
I think
recording.
all Paul Simon stuff is, right?
Yeah.
I remember that name. 5, Love is Blue, Paul Moriat. Didn't like it then, hasn't improved with age.
No, not really.
I love it that you're like a human jukebox. I could say any song, and you could just start playing it.
I don't know why I want to. It's just I'm driven to do
No, but the
that.
fact that you can do that, it can so quickly translate from your ears to your fingers.
That's my life.
No, it's amazing. All right, I'm going to give you one more. MacArthur Park.
Jimmy Webb. He's a friend of mine.
Isn't that a great song?
It's a great song. The lyrics get poked fun at a lot.
Oh.
Someone left the cake out in the room.
Well, okay. I've been listening to it forever. You're right. And never really, comics made jokes about that. It's just a cake, pal. Carol Leifer used to say that. It's just, yeah, because if people don't know, the lyric is somebody left the cake out in the rain. I don't think I can take it. It took so long to bake it. I'll never have this recipe again. I was playing this for a much younger person, and she immediately understood. She said, of course I get that. It's the metaphor is the cake is a relationship, and you fucked it up. You left it out in the rain. Somebody left it out in the rain. That's suspicious. Somebody. I don't know who fucked this relationship up, but somebody left the cake out in the rain. I'm not pointing any fingers, and I'll never have this recipe again. I'll never find and
songwritery, yeah.
That's what it is. But what's wrong with it is in the middle section, which is, it's almost like, I wouldn't even say it's a B section, because it's almost like a whole different song.
Went away. It went away to a whole other thing, yeah.
And then it came back with an instrumental, like bumping, and then back to the, yes. But the middle was
goes through a lot of moods.
Okay, it contradicts what he's saying about the cake. He's saying there will be another one. I'll have another dream and someone will bring it. Well, you just said
I'll never have that recipe again. Yeah. Yeah.
And you never do that. You never make me go, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but if I could write a song as good as Wichita Lineman that Jimmy Webb also wrote, I'd be a very happy man.
That's in here somewhere, Wichita Lineman.
Wichita Lineman,
yeah, I was
68?
Yes, I was looking at it here somewhere recently. I saw it. I'm not going to look all.
Gorgeous song.
Yeah. I mean, you don't think you've written a song as good as Wichita Lineman?
No.
Oh, stop it. Why do
I
people...
tried. There's
Why-
a song called
that's
Stop
such
in Nevada.
bullshit.
I
But
was trying to write.
love Stop in Nevada.
I was trying to write Wichita Lineman.
Well,
I was
again,
thinking Midwestern guy climbing a telephone pole with the barren fields of Kansas, and how do you evoke that? How do I write that?
Why do you want to? Your songs are about something. Like, you could have written when you start a song with somebody's name, like Anthony works in the shop.
You got the guy.
Saving his money for someday. See, that's poetic. It's someday, using someday to evoke the thought of it someday as a specific holiday. Saving his money for someday, right? Yeah. So, okay, but that song gets at something. It's very McCartney in the sense of he did it often. He would just take a name and imagine a life.
Working class stuff.
Eleanor Rigby, Lady Madonna, just JoJo. Who are these people? We don't know.
You know the story of that song, Moving Out? Why it is what it is now? It started out as something else. I had a different melody, a completely different. First, I write the music first. The what I was writing was somebody else's song. It was a Neil Sedaka song. So I show it to the band. The band goes, "That sucks." I said, "Why?" Because it's a Neil Sedaka song. Oh, you mean I have to write a whole other?
But that still sounds like the song to me.
It's this rhythm is the same. The pattern is the same.
I mean, there's only so many notes. There's some songs are going to.
Yeah, but you want them to be.
Yeah, and they are. I never heard that from that song.
I had to rework the whole thing, and then it became. And then works in the grocery store because I didn't want to have to write a whole other bunch of lyrics.
Yeah.
So I wrote all the lyrics. That was such a pain in the ass. I gotta change it now. No, keep the lyrics and rewrite the music. So it was one of those.
But it's about something,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just Eleanor Rigby. That's about something, loneliness, and that's a great lyric.
Yes.
But Desmond, these are just like I can imagine I'm this other person. Whereas your thing is I would say that song fits into your like subgenre of your sly commentary on the disintegrating American dream. Allentown, Moving Out is one of those songs. You have a number of them, I think.
Well, you're picking up on something that's what I like about reading your book. I'm tipping over sacred cows all my life. That's what I like to do. I like to do that.
Catholic Girl song.
It had to be done.
But it did have to be done. But I was surprised to realize watching the doc that it was that controversial in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess look, I've had many letters from William Donahue, the head of the Catholic League. He literally has challenged me to a fight. Really, like
I got
two
some of that.
60-something-year-old men in the parking lot with our shirt sleeves rolled up. Really? But that's how the Catholic Church feels about me. So, but they were really upset.
Yes, they were.
And it's such a clever, energetic, it's just great, and it's funny. And it's one of yours that's like in triplets, right? Which is to me a comedy rhythm. Like Captain Jack is in triplets, and it's like, see, comedy is always threes, like blah 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 blah, and then the thing doesn't fit. Takes you, and every triplet in Captain Jack, it's almost like you're on your street clothes from your head down to your toes. But so your finger's gonna pick your nose, and your father's in the swimming pool. Like every trip, it's almost, you know what I'm saying?
When's the shoe gonna drop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's interesting. And the ironic thing about Only the Good Die Young is that, in all honesty, the Catholic girls were the easiest ones. They were the least pure of all the young girls were the Catholic girls. Everybody knew that. They were the easy girls.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not avail myself to, and I was raised Catholic, to either this knowledge or these women. That was the way it was on Long Island?
I think so. That was the
And they were
word.
attracted to you because you were not Because you were
Catholic.
forbidden fruit
Yeah, I think so.
as a Jew?
I didn't even have Jewish upbringing. My family was Jews.
Yeah, the same thing, but my mother is Jewish heritage, but I was never in a temple, and neither was she.
But that would make you a Jew.
Yeah, that's what they say. But you know what? I don't like when people say something that is an opinion, and a religion is just an opinion.
Right.
Don't tell me what it is.
Right.
Like that's just that. First of all, it comes from Roman law. We're not going by Roman law anymore. Yes, in Phyllis,
In some ways we are.
yes, we are going backwards in some
I
ways.
think it's settled.
But that's another thing I learned in the doc about you. You're German. This explains so much. Because, like, who are the great composers? All Germans, I guess, because the Russians, but, like, who dominated first? Bach, 17th century. Then Mozart in the 18th century was the man. Then it was Beethoven, Schubert. It's a
Brahms,
German thing.
Wagner.
It makes sense that there's something in the Teutonic blood.
But I'm not Teutonic.
Well, that means German, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, geographically.
Yeah.
But my family were Jews.
Yeah, but you were still German Jews.
And they were more German than they were Jews in their minds.
I mean, the seat of anti-Semitism before Hitler was not Germany, it was France.
Yeah.
The Dreyfus Affair.
Yeah.
You know.
And Spain.
Spain, everywhere. It's amazing the way the one thing the two political sides can agree on is hating
Everybody
the Jews.
hates Jews. Yeah.
It's like, what could bring us together?
Well, I just
Jews.
They quoted me. I don't remember what it was about. Oh, there's an Israeli magazine called The Forward. You ever read The Forward? And they quoted me as saying, "No matter what, I'm always a Jew," because I wore the Jewish star,
Yeah, I saw.
the yellow star. And my point was, it's not just I'm saying that. People who think you're Jewish say he's a Jew. No matter what you do, you're always going to be a Jew. You can't not be a Jew if you were Jewish. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah. See, again, back to the lyrics. Like, all those dudes, they never had to write lyrics, right? Bach never wrote a lyric.
No.
So he didn't have that burden. And, well, Mozart wrote operas, right? Did he write lyrics?
Mozart wrote operas. He had De Ponte, who was his lyricist.
Oh, so he didn't write lyrics.
He didn't write libretto. He
Okay.
wrote music. Beethoven stole from the famous Goethe, who wrote the
Sorrows of-
Ode to Joy. Freude, schöne Gatter, Funken, Rappe, Alt Elysium. He borrowed from the famous poet, Goethe.
So did you ever think about, like, okay, Bacharach had Hal David,
Yeah.
and your boy Elton had Bernie.
Bernie Taupin.
Did you ever think, oh, why don't I get me a...
I thought about it.
You made the right decision, because
You
you would have been disappointed. You would have.
Maybe.
I mean, look, I love Elton John, but some of those lyrics, Rocket Man, if somebody handed you Rocket Man, come on, man, you would not do it. You would not.
That shows me what a great music writer
Exactly.
Elton was.
And stupid lyrics. I mean, come
Okay.
on. He's an astronaut, but his wife is packing his bags. And all the science, I don't understand.
But the music
I gotta
makes
tell-
you get it.
But you know what? I'll tell you something about astronauts. They do know the science. They really do. They just don't send people up there like, it's not the Katy Perry girls trip, you know, it's NASA. Anyway, but that is
Part of
funny.
the magic of music, though, I think, because there is a code within the music itself that has nothing to do with the words that takes you to this place, if it's done right.
Of course. Why do you think we like you? That's why we like you. You perform that, and there is something about music that just is, you know, primus inter pares among the arts, because it just gets to people like on a very deep level. And it can be intellectual too, but it just goes right to the solar plexus or whatever.
Yeah, and I think it's a mistake to try to over-intellectualize it. Music, you know, to me, what I love about classical music is its purity. There's no lyrics in a lot of symphonic music and a lot of classical music. It's just music. And it can take me away somewhere else completely. I get stoned from it. I literally get carried away listening to beautiful music.
So
I don't
do
know why that is.
No, so do I. There are some songs that, very few, but I could think of one for sure that make me cry.
Yeah.
And
Samuel Barber's Adagio.
I'm not a crier.
You know the Adagio? Because
No. No. That's your function
But
is
if
to
you heard it, I
take
think,
that and make it pop music for me.
okay.
Because I'm just, again.
Well, how about
Yeah.
it's almost like a medieval thing. But music does that.
It also makes me think of the Civil War.
Good. That's good.
That song.
Stephen
I mean,
Foster.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You could play that behind Ken Burns showing
Yes.
pick.
He was an influence on me, Stephen Foster.
Oh.
And all those Civil War era songs, they're stirring. They are.
Well, again, this documentary made me realize that, like, so many songs of yours that I had been listening to for so long and appreciate the lyrics on one level because they are universal. And then this put color to this black and white drawing of your life that I had had.
Really?
Like, yes, because so many of your songs are very literal as to what was going on in your life. Whoever put the documentary together had a very easy job matching the song to what was being said because, Say Goodbye to Hollywood. That's when Billy was leaving Hollywood. It's like, who can't put that,
Yeah. They did a good
New
job
York
with
State
that.
of Mind. I'm loving New York now.
There's a story.
Piano Man. I'm working in a piano bar. It's pretty straightforward.
Well, I got advice when I was starting out was to write what you know. And that's how I wrote, and when I wrote it.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm very literal. I get angry with myself.
And I was so interested in the documentary to learn about the whole relationship with you and your first wife and how many of the songs are about her. That's something I really didn't understand. And the complex situation of having your wife then be your manager. Now I understand she's always a woman. Because,
Great.
in the song that I've been listening to all these years and loving all these years, she steals like a thief.
What's up with this chick?
And she's casually cruel, and she'll, make you bleed and then laugh about it. I'm like, such like a fun girl, but he loves her. And then I realized that's how she is in business on your behalf.
She's always a woman.
To you.
Me. Hello? Yeah.
Well, we don't know this. What am I, Kreskin? I don't know.
No, I know, but people used to tear that apart. Well, how can he like this person because they're so horrible? I said, no.
Well,
it's duality.
Even if you don't know the backstory, it does make sense in a way because I've had that kind of relationship.
Thank you.
Where, just put it this way, I thought this woman was horrible, and yet if you asked me to explain to somebody why, I couldn't do it. So I would, I think I would just, the essence of the song, so I just blame myself. If you don't get it, I'm kind of talking to myself.
Right.
You don't get it, look in the mirror.
There's
so
a
that's
lot of
kind of
that.
good. You know that you wrote 3 She songs, of course. You must know this. 3 that start with
She's
She.
got away.
She's Got Away.
She's always a woman. She's right on time.
Yeah.
Do you like She's Right on Time?
Love it.
I think that's one of my favorite songs I wrote.
Love it. That and Laura Laura's to me the most Beatlesque.
Absolutely.
Isn't that a Beatle? It's like, and I say that as the ultimate compliment.
I was channeling John Lennon.
That part, what am I supposed to do? That sounds so Lennon-y.
Yeah.
And then, but although the ahs,
Yes,
it's awesome.
it was Beatlesque. I
Yes.
couldn't deny it.
There could be no greater complimentary adjective than Beatlesque.
I appreciate that.
So,
that's what I was going for.
and you got it.
And I had to say fucking. Here
I
am,
loved it.
Feeling like it's time to drop the F-bomb. Fucking.
That wasn't done a lot in those days.
No, it's the only time I think I've ever done anything like that.
Right. Well, no. I got a thumb and it's a son of a bitch.
Oh, well, that's light.
What?
That's obscenity light. son
Okay,
of a
but
bitch.
even back then, that was a
That's true.
That's on Piano Man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was
That's
not
early.
done.
We're talking mid-'70s. People didn't say son of a bitch on records.
No. Bitch. Bitch is
Yeah.
back. That
Why
was
did you-
shocking.
Billy, why did you feel this need to work blue?
It worked.
No, but, well, yeah, 3 She songs. Yeah, I mean, we have such a different view of like relationships, I think, and yet I'm so on the same page with you when you sing about how don't anybody tell me what to do. I mean, this is a theme that comes up a lot in your songs, and again, makes you very lovable to a lot of people. You know, just do what you want. This is my life. Who can't relate to that? Some people probably they don't have that gene like we do. Like I don't want even like you know the one where you're driving the motorcycle in the rain. Like I know it's stupid. You are probably right, but I still want to do it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
That's what used to get my back up about in the early days when I would read these negative reviews. Basically, they were saying, no, he shouldn't be doing that. He should be doing this. This is the right way that he should be doing it. And I was like, no, that's not the way I want to do it. That's not the story I want to tell. I don't want to tell your story. I want to tell my story.
But it's curious to me that someone who has that gene gets married a lot. See, like I never got married. So for me, it makes sense. You don't tell me what to do. I find it irreconcilable, but maybe.
I understand. I
Yeah.
do too.
But I know you said in a documentary, you don't want to die alone. But don't you always die alone? Isn't that the one thing we always just,
Can't take him with you.
you can't. I mean, in India, sometimes the widow throws herself on the funeral pyre.
Right.
I mean, I don't think a lot in.
I think I just have this uncontrollable adoration of women.
All your exes like you. I mean, the fact that your first wife is a big part of the documentary says a lot. You know,
We're still friends.
being friends with exes, I think, says a lot about a man. And they all seem to like you, and there's no animosity, and they have good things to say.
I appreciate that too.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure you do. You should. It's and, I know the first one ended with that motorcycle crash.
Well, it had been coming on for a while even
Of
before
course.
that.
But, sometimes people do something subconsciously.
Maybe so.
I mean, I have a doctor friend. He's not a MD, but a holistic doctor, also a shrink. And he once said to me, I've seen people give themselves cancer to get out of a relationship.
I wonder sometimes if I have a self-destructive tendency because, the song The Entertainer?
Of course.
All right, well, that came out after Piano Man was kind of a semi-hit. Piano Man was like a well-known song.
Yes.
And The Entertainer was kind of a commentary on how they chopped it up and they edited it, the music business, and you got to be...
Another can of beans.
Another can of beans. So here I was, things are going well, and it was almost as if I was saying, let me see if I can screw this up somehow. And it wasn't a good idea to release that song based on the music business response to it, because they didn't like that. That was not a popular song with them. So, he had a hit and now he's bitching about it. That's how it was received. So I always wondered about something like that. Do I have that self-destructive tendency?
Well, you almost died 3 times. There was the motorcycle crash. Then there was well, you know what? Those early ones, I had the same, I'm going to kill myself when I was 19 years old. If I could have gotten laid once at Cornell.
You probably would have been better off.
Are you kidding? My depression would have lifted. And I would not be suicidal.
Right.
But, there's that era of your life where you do kind of have this, you have to get over the idea of feeling sorry for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what, one where you...
That's a big one.
You drank Lemon Pledge. I saw that in the documentary. That's what they said.
Yeah, it was Lemon Pledge. That's right. You remember that?
It's hard to forget that. Lemon Pledge? I mean, in your defense, lemon is a flavor.
It would look tastier than bleach. There were two things in the closet. I said, I'll take the lemon pledge because it's lemon flavored. It'll be tastier.
Wow.
All I did was fart furniture polish. I polished my mom's wooden chairs. I remember that.
I feel like our generation so much more stoic. I mean, when you were playing Summer Highland Falls, the end of the chorus is always, it's either sadness or euphoria, which I don't know if I completely relate to that. I mean, I certainly remember sadness. Euphoria?
They used to call it manic depression. And that's how I was feeling at the time. That's that age, like you said, 19 to early 20s. You got your head so far up your ass, you can't see straight. And you have to get out of yourself. You have to start empathizing with the rest of the world.
You also had family stuff. I mean, that's really a big part of the first one, your father.
Yeah.
Or lack of, you know. I didn't know all that you kind of like, he left, and then even when you found him, it was not.
No.
What is the lesson there that, like, even when you're related to somebody, they don't have to be kind, they don't have to be good to you, they don't have to care.
What is it? Don't meet your heroes because they're going to let you down somehow.
But when it's your own kin. But you know what? My mother told me a story. My mother did not have a father. He left as soon as she was born. This is in the 20s. And so she was raised by my grandmother and the immediate, the larger family, the grandparents. But I remember she told me she was in World War II, as both our fathers were, a nurse, and I forget how it came about, but her father, she was going to meet her father for the first time, and she was in her army uniform, and she was super excited. She didn't tell me a lot of stories like this, but she met him, and she just said, it wasn't like he was mean or anything. He just was like cold. It was like he just had to be there. He didn't really want to be there. And you could tell it just was devastating.
Yeah.
Almost worse than if he had hit her or something. So.
It's one of those things I don't know if you really ever get over.
No, not family stuff.
I mean, I realize, the song Vienna. I didn't realize until recently it was me writing about me.
Yes.
I just thought it was about my friends. I was seeing my friends drive themselves crazy trying to live the American dream. And I thought I was talking about them. And I watched the doc and I went, wait a minute, this is me looking for my dad. That's what this is about. And I'm still trying to work all that out.
All those songs you have about going home to your family.
Right.
Like, you cannot understand how interchangeable, like people of our age who grew up like in the suburbs of New York, our lives were. I bet you grew up in an all-white town.
Yep, all white.
So did I. Rivervale, New Jersey. And, this is supposedly the liberal
right.
northeast
right.
New York City, but that's where people were in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
But all those songs, it's like, wow, this guy's so in my head, well, our fathers fought the Second World War. My father fought the Second. Spent our weekends on the Jersey. We spent our weekends on the Jersey Shore. Or the one about the suburban showdown. Again, what an opus. I've had that feeling when I lived in LA and I was going home for Thanksgiving or something, and it was like, going east on a plane, drinking all that free champagne. I know it's supposed to be fun, but I wish I took my gun. And then, sitting around with the neighbors there and the TV on the kitchen chairs, all those details were exactly my life.
Well, it was what I knew. But you remember when we were growing up, the prevailing literature at the time was trashing the suburban culture. So we were kind of made to feel non-existent almost, useless, vanilla. What's the point of existence? We're just existentialists. I remember feeling insignificant because of that, and I was trying to present, hey, I'm here. We're here. We have something to discuss. We have something to talk about. We're not non-existent. We do exist.
But we also were aware of our own lameness.
Yes, we were very much aware of it, I think.
I mean,
We're beaten over the head with it.
I never liked living in New York City because I grew up in the suburbs. I like LA because it's the suburbs. I
There's
like
no there there.
I like a lawn and a single family, even if it's a shitty one.
Right.
Our house is very small, probably like your, maybe like a Levittown. Like,
Levittown house. Yeah, Levitt
well,
house.
yeah, yeah. Houses were so much smaller.
Yeah. But you had a quarter acre and it was your property.
But it was yours.
Yeah.
It was enough.
It's my whole universe.
Oh. But, you know, you really write about the stultifyingness of the suburbs. I mean, that Captain Jack is really about that. Moving out. So many of these songs evoke that era, that post-World War II generation. That was just very different. And it's like, I think of Angry Young Man, which is one of my faves of all.
I figured that.
It's an amazing record, so prescient, so fitting of this time. I don't know if it was ever a single, no.
No.
Okay.
I figured you liked that song.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to recite the lyrics. I'll just do the B section.
I believe I passed the age.
Of consciousness and righteous rage, I found out that just surviving is a noble fight. I once had...
Once believed in causes
too. I had my pointless point of view, and life went on no matter who was wrong or right. I feel like that is the message of the age, even though some people will hear that and say, look at these two assholes.
Boomers.
You know, who aren't just like, Trump's the worst. Okay, but even if we admit that, this is also true. And I feel like that is a theme, you know, in your last album,
Shades of Grey.
Shades of Grey, that's sort of that theme. It's even in Saigon, you know, like in the middle of the fight.
Didn't matter.
Who was wrong or right.
Right.
You still feel that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't care what they say about you, the woke or the...
At this point, no, I'm inured to it. But there was always this, I don't know if it's rabbinical or what, but it was, on the other hand, I'm always trying to find out the other point of view. What's you know, not my point of view, somebody else's point of view. Okay, I like to understand why they think that way.
It's so difficult in this day and age because
Yes,
everybody is in
It's almost impossible.
It is almost I mean, it is what I am always trying to do on my show. Is have, look, this is one safe space for everybody, and I will take the heat from both sides. I mean, I do feel like the left, who ironically I'm more actually aligned with, is more snippy about it and has a worse attitude about it and makes me viscerally not like them more sometimes. But that's what I'm trying to do, and...
I get that from your books.
Yes.
You do this.
Of course.
You know, like, who the hell are you to throw stones in that direction? You know,
Yeah, right.
look at me. That kind of thing.
Well, listen, I really wanted to say to you, among other things, you know, I appreciate you as much for the records you did not put out as for the ones you did, because very few had it in them to go, you know what, if I can't be at the tippity top as I always was, I'm not going to put my fans through the downside of my career. Not that there hasn't been some fine stuff from lots of artists who were heroes of my youth, but in general, it's harder to do. And you did that, and you know, and then when you did finally put out a record, it was absolutely as good as the stuff it fits seamlessly. If I play Turn the Lights Back On, it fits seamlessly in between any two of the other ones that I love. That's as good as you can do.
Good.
But, you know, there's only one record in 32 years, so that's not got two.
I didn't write that one.
Oh, shit.
No, I might have changed a lyric here and there. I liked the song.
It sounds like one of yours.
Yes, maybe that's what I liked about it. It felt familiar to me because I'd had those thoughts for a long time. But I enjoyed listening to that song. I said, yeah, I could have sung that.
Well, it definitely works on two levels. Obviously, it's about some romantic relationship, but it also we can't help but think a guy who hasn't put out a record in this long, when he's saying, "Can I turn the lights back
Turn the
on?"
lights back on.
It has to be about that too.
Yeah.
Are we
It's-
wrong?
No, I think there's a couple of different levels to it, and that's one of them.
I like songs like that. That like, you know, some of it is just the Eagles did it a lot. You know, like just the philosophy, and then it goes into a story. You know, like New Kid in Town. First, it's like, you know, there's talk on the street. You know, there's a new kid in town, and then it goes into like this whole section about the music, and talking about a girl, and you know, and it does kind of comment on each other. I feel like that's what's kind of the thing that's going on.
I think Don Henley does that very well. I think I admire him as a songwriter.
Oh, such a great songwriter.
And people have this deep animosity towards the Eagles. They've been so successful.
That's my Stairway to Heaven theory. Exactly.
What is that?
It's people wanting to be snobby. It's people wanting to feel like they're. It's why does clubs have a velvet rope? Because everything has to be about I'm cooler than you, so you're over here. You're over here with Neil Diamond and the Eagles and Billy Joel or whoever. It's like, shut up, you asshole.
I thought we were past that era.
Who? Why did you get that impression? You thought humans like got evolved to a greater.
I thought we got smarter.
Social media, the phone, made all of that shit worse. All of that shit got worse because you could do it all.
Dumbed it down.
What?
It might have even dumbed it down.
Well, it's dumbed down, but it's also, you can be a prick anonymously,
Right.
which allows people who want to be a prick and people, right? I mean, people say things all the time that they would never say if they had to say it to your face.
It just always surprises me how people, they express this hatred. It's like you hate a musician because he wrote something.
When I was first on Twitter, it's like 2011, and I haven't been on it in a very long time to say, well, once in a while I say something, but it was like the very beginning, and I answered somebody once. You know, you can answer people. And she was like, just really tearing me a new asshole about religion. And I said something back, like, well, very short, and then like, enjoy your myth. And she wrote back, and immediately was just like, can we be friends? You know, it's like, I'm thinking, it's like, okay. The second I responded, all this hatred of me went away because now I'm saying, oh, here, you're inside the velvet rope. So that's what that's all about. But, you know, you transcended it all. You know, you gave us an incredible body of work that really, I mean, you're not just a great composer for my era, and any era.
Well, that's interesting because I've never really done any kind of discussion about lyrics with my music. It's always been about my piano playing, my singing, performing music, but not lyrics. So that's interesting to me.
Oh.
I'm glad you dug out that part.
Yes, and I do think, just like I have my theory about the Beatles with the singles, I have my theory about you and its lyrics. It's like, that was, you said it, the tyranny of the rhyme. To come up with the music, you could, you know, that's probably more fun and easy.
But I also was influenced by people that, we're talking about over 150 years ago. You've heard of Gilbert and Sullivan?
Yeah, of course.
My mom and my dad used to listen to Gilbert and Sullivan operetta. These were operas. And they were very clever lyrics. I mean, you know,
Very.
Sarcastic English,
Yes.
you know, 19th century topics. But they were so brilliantly written. I admired that kind of lyric. And that's what I was kind of going for when I was writing my lyrics.
You got there. But, you know, it's almost like something that good, it's like a lot of things where after a certain age, I mean, there are no old physicists. Like Einstein did all his work when he was like in his young 20s.
Yeah. Even as a teenager.
Yeah. Athletes, nobody expects them to work past 40. Maybe, you know, you put out albums from basically early 70s to early 90s, 20 years.
It's enough.
A score. They don't use that word anymore, but it's in the Gettysburg Address.
20 years.
Yeah, he said 7 years ago. He could have said 87 years, just like you could have said a younger man
Okay.
instead of, yeah. But that's
Good.
between a poet and not a poet. But, to all those people who are always, Billy Joel, why doesn't he put something out? You know what? He gave you a lot. And, get off his case. You're like the Fran Lebowitz of music, like, why don't you write another book? Maybe they know something you don't. You know what? He gave a lot. What do you wanted to, like, get every last speck of just grind you into dust and drive him back to drinking to get one. You know what? He's given a lot, and his last one even was great. And I guess what I'm saying is, don't take any shit from anybody, Bill.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No one's ever told me that.
They should, because you earned it.
Thank you.
See you,
Good
buddy.
to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being had.
Okay, thank you. Welcome. Wow. So I have to say, Bill, the first time I met you, you don't remember. May I say it?
Was it on Mad TV?
No, I was never on the show when you did the show.
What years were you talking
The last 8,
about?
not the first 7.
What? Wow, it was on for 15 years?
Yeah.
So I must have been on the first 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
I wasn't
remember they
a-
used to also do me.
Who did that?
They did a version of Politically Incorrect.
Was it Michael McDonald?
I don't remember.
Okay. So I met you. They used to have the Maui Film Festival.
Yes,
What?
I remember. I got the Maverick Award.
Right. And I briefly met you. I think you were high.
Of course.
Yeah, you were high. But you were so kind to me. And
Really?
Then, yeah, it was really quick.
Oh, good.
And so, and then I ran into you one more time at the conference. You're super sweet. But this is my only 3rd encounter with you. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you.
I'm a big
fan of yours too. You're
I love you so much. Politically incorrect and religious, all that stuff, man. So, no, I was a little nervous coming here, but I'm fine now. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine.
It's so funny, all the people who come here and they say, for a guy who has a reputation of being such a hard ass, everybody comes on here, I met you were so nice. It's like, how did I get to be known? I guess because I do a debate show and I have to sometimes say things to Ted Cruz or somebody that's not particularly nice. Or people from the left, too.
Yeah, but when we see you, we're not like, oh, that's who he is. I mean, obviously you have a personal life and you're just a kind human being. That's
I'm
all.
the exact same person, like on real time. It's just that I'm doing a different thing with different kinds of people. But if they were sitting here, I would be no different. Well, of course, I actually am higher here, but that doesn't really affect me that much. I mean, I've been smoking so long, I can only get so high.
Yeah.
People sometimes say to me, "Oh, Bill, I got this stuff for you. It's going to kick your ass." I'm like, I would blow you if it could. I know you all think you can kick my ass, and you don't. But I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. But isn't there a strand or something new that comes out and you're like, oh, this is even heavier now?
No, it's not COVID. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't mutate. I mean, what they can do?
But they engineer stronger.
Well, what they do is just pack it. I may have explained this before, so forgive me if the people who listen every word. But like pot moves from the leaf can be strong, but only so strong. If you then crush it down further, you get hash. That's what hash is.
That's
we
what hash is,
just squeezed it.
Yeah.
And then
that's
you
how I
can
masturbate. I squeeze it. You know what I mean?
you get hash oil.
Yeah.
And then something called keef.
Okay, I've heard of keef, yeah.
That's the strongest version. So I guess if you just did pure keef or something, you would be like crazy.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it under control. That's ice.
Okay.
I'm making a
you
drink.
know tongs or
no, Bobby.
I mean, there's tongs here, no?
Those are tongs.
Okay.
Tongs, also your relative.
I love it.
The tongs. And by the way, you're the earliest guest. Is this like Asian time? Is that a thing? Like
I live right next to you.
You do?
I mean, not next to you, but I live in like 8 minutes away.
Really?
Yeah, like I live on the hillside of Studio City almost.
Well, I'm gonna have to speak to someone about that.
yeah. And then,
great.
Yeah, I bought a house from Joe Gallen. I don't know if you know him. You know Joe Gallen?
No.
He's a producer anyway. Let's move on. I also want to say this, dude, and I want to say something that happened the other day. Okay, Bill, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I was at Floyd's barbershop.
In Mayberry?
No, I think it's a chain.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's a chain
I never
barbershop.
knew that.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Floyd's barbershop.
Yes.
And explain to the young kids where that comes from.
Right, which is interesting that you say that because I was getting a haircut and on the TV, Timothy Chalamet's ad came on for the Bob Dylan movie night.
Yeah.
And I made a comment like, oh shit, Chalamet kind of looks like Bob Dylan, you know what I mean? And the dude next to me goes, who's Bob Dylan? And then I stood up and I went around the fucking barbershop and I asked every single person, do you guys know who Bob Dylan? No one who the fuck Bob Dylan is. So I don't know why am I getting too emotional?
No.
I'll lean back.
No.
I think I'm getting too much. Let me calm myself down.
No,
So then I was, okay.
Bobby, be yourself. If you're passionate about something, then fucking bleed.
Thank you, Bill. So what I want to say, what I want to say is that
Yeah.
on God's green earth. I mean, are we out of touch? Maybe I'm out of touch.
No. That's just the nature of the world. I mean, nothing lasts.
What is that?
We got to make a reel of every single person on this show ask me what it is, and me always saying I'm roofing myself.
Yeah.
I can't explain.
Okay.
It's
Let's
just
move on.
it's
Let's
just
move on.
it's just to make soda. It's non-chemical diet soda.
Okay.
Because I'm such a health nut. As I'm smoking a giant
You look great.
pot stogie. Thanks. Well, for
And-
the Chiron for your age. I always say when people say you look great, they should have put Chiron for your age.
Yeah.
That's
How old are you?
68. How old are you?
Dude, I'm like 52, man.
52?
Well, my penis gets half hard now. It doesn't get full. I might have to get on like I don't know, something.
Wow,
I think maybe it's because I'm jaded. I don't know.
Now that's a lot of very personal information.
I'm sorry about Elizabeth.
No, that's why we're.
Well, let's talk about Bob Dylan then.
Oh yeah, that interests me because
Yeah.
because I've certainly heard other stories like that. I mean, I probably told this before, but Leno told me once he was in Vegas and they were taking down a big picture of Elvis for something, and he said to the guy, "Why are you taking it down? Isn't he one of the big attractions in this show?" I think it was like a people who imitate other people show. And the guy said, "Yeah, the kids don't know who he is anymore." I mean, nothing. I mean, this is. Did you ever see footage from like an excavation where they find civilizations that are buried in the sand, and it's like you realize that wow, not that much time goes by. They don't need to forget who these people, but it's buried. Like I always think, how does like the whole city gets buried? And it must just be like a little film of sand every year.
Yeah, that's
right?
what happens.
Right.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay.
A sandstorm was out of nowhere. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's amazingly quick how things recede in, like you think, oh, it's only a couple of thousand years ago. They can't tell you what people were doing. Not really. We have like these clues and like everything from the Stone Age. That's not really what the Stone Age was about. It's just that stone is the only thing that lasted.
Right.
They made most of this shit out of wood.
Yeah.
But it's gone.
It's gone.
So we don't really know what they were doing.
Exactly. So what are you saying then?
What I'm saying is, in that large context,
Yes.
it's not that weird that kids would not know who Bob Dylan is.
I'm glad you said that because now it makes me feel better about myself because it's like now I don't have to worry about what people think of me and whatnot. I'm going to die soon and all remnants of Bobby Lee will disappear and I can just be free.
Well, some of that is true.
But here's
At a certain point, all remnants of all of us will disappear. But why do you think you're going to die soon?
I mean, I have probably another 30 years left, right?
You think that's soon? That's.
Well, I mean, I have no idea. I mean, you see,
First of all,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh my God.
30 years, it's especially with AI now, it is really impossible to predict what 3 years from now will be like, let alone 30. You couldn't even.
Oh, you're saying singularity is going to happen and they're going to have
Things
more
like-
with robots?
Well, things like that. I mean, we are moving to an era of, I mean,
Scary, yeah.
the change has been exponential. But, when you get to that topper reaches of the exponential curve, you're just going at a dizzying pace of change. And I mean, it could all be gone by Christmas. I mean, really. I mean, the fucking robots could take over.
I don't need new fears, man. What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah. But can I go back to the Bob Dylan thing?
absolutely.
When these kids have these arguments like, Well, dude, that's not my generation. Yeah,
Right.
when I went to high school, Mozart wasn't my generation, but I know who he is.
I've done lots of shit on this. I think it's in my book. Oh damn! I didn't bring my book for
What's
you. I wanted to bring my book. I'll get it later.
Okay.
It's I'm back on the now number 10 on the been on 10 weeks of the bestseller chart. What this comedian said will shock you. Available from Simon and Schuster.
What does it say in your book, though? That
It's
relates to?
this phenomenon that you're talking about. There's a piece about it where when you say to kids something from the past, they go, I wasn't born yet. Like, yeah, I know, but things happened before you were born, you spoiled fucking entitled brat.
Yeah.
It's just so indicative of how they're raised wrong by, and now I'm doing it, by
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
who blow smoke up their ass and make them feel like way more special than they deserve to feel. Like it just doesn't matter if I wasn't around for it. And there was an episode on Real Time about, 10 years ago, Meghan McCain, you know who that is, right?
Yeah, it's
was
John
on
McCain's daughter.
Right. She was on The View for years, and she was
I love
on.
her.
She's very nice. I like her too.
Yeah.
But she was on with Paul Begala, and he just devastated her with. She said something about like I didn't know I wasn't around. The same line about I forget what we were talking about, but something from the I don't know maybe the 70s or something. I wasn't around, and he said, "Yeah, I wasn't around for the French Revolution, but I know about it."
Yeah. Wow. Get a big laugh.
I believe she began crying. no, she
Oh,
she,
really?
she did not cry, but she's a tough girl. But,
yeah.
but I think she wanted. I mean, it was just, and of course, especially back then, the crowd was like rabidly woke liberal. I used to fucking fight with them every week, and so they, of course, relish because they're all about just who's on the right team.
Right.
So she's on the wrong team. Paul's on the right team. He gets a shot in, and it's like, let's go fucking to get the Wizard of Oz and.
Yeah.
We just killed the Witch of the East or whatever.
But can I ask you another question? Maybe some kids are born more curious. Like when I was in high school.
True.
Right? We had no internet. This is the late 80s.
No.
Bill, late 80s. Where did we get movies? We had to go to Blockbuster. I ride my bike to Blockbuster, right?
I remember.
And there was a little section called Criterion Collection, right?
Criterion.
Did I not say that?
Meaning?
It's a collection of movies. Is that the right thing?
It's a word.
There's a... wait, okay, so stop that. There's a collection of films. I don't know who Criterion is, but they buy like really, I guess they get the rights of really cool movies.
Sounds like a pretentious film company.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then they had all the Kurosawa films, right? So I would go there and I go, I mean, obviously there's no internet or anything, so I don't know who Kurosawa is. But obviously, Seven Samurai, I just had this curiosity, right? And I was like, I could watch Gremlins, but I'm like, I was like, you know what, let me check this out. And I liked it. My point is maybe some kids aren't curious and want to like learn things. Maybe people just learn things that are shoved down their throat.
Now, Kurosawa is one of the most important directors that you need to pretend you care about. I've always said
Wait, you don't like Kurosawa?
I have no idea. I've never seen the movies. I should. Maybe I'll get to it. I certainly know.
Bill, I don't want to yell at you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know it's your show. But what the fuck, man? No, stop.
Okay,
No.
This is annoying. It's always annoying.
All right, stop.
When people go, oh, I can't believe you don't know this, or you're not into this. I had this just at dinner the other night. Like they were saying to me, they were bringing up. I sent a friend of mine something from. I know she's a big fan of Patti Smith. Okay, that's not my kind of music. I recognize she's a great artist, whatever she is. I don't know. I'm sure a million years ago I gave it a try. I was like, this is not pop music, which is great for some people. And so then there was like, you don't like, no, I don't. And then it went to Leonard Cohen. You don't. Not what I've heard. Again, I sampled it. It didn't make me want to go deeper. Tom Waits. I mean, all these kind of like, and it's like, how can you not? I'm like, well, apparently the thing I cannot get into is what like 98% of people cannot get into. When I listen to music, I just want to hear what I want to hear, what makes me happy. Kurosawa, will I watch him someday? Yeah, I probably will. It hasn't happened.
Okay, Bill.
That's it.
I apologize.
No, no. I'm just telling you.
Stop. No,
Because I could do
You're
it.
right. You're right. You're right.
Because I could do it to you about things. I'd be like, you're not into. And
Well, no, do one.
no. But it kind of reminds me of.
Oh my God.
Of the way, like,
I'm sorry.
no, listen, it
Fuck Kurosawa.
it just reminds me of the way people politically do the same thing. Like, you know, I can't believe that you don't love, or I can't believe you don't hate Donald Trump. Like, I happen to, but I get it why other people don't, and why they find the threat more coming from the left. I don't agree with them. I'd like to talk them out of it, but I wouldn't be there going like, "What? You don't see Trump's an asshole?" It's like saying to
I already apologized,
it's
man.
like saying-
Let's let go of the Kurosawa thing, man.
it's like saying to a gay man, "What? You don't like pussy?
No, that's not the same. That's
What?
no, that's not the same thing.
What?
That's not. No,
Pussy's the best.
no, that's not the
How
same.
can you not
No,
like
no,
pussy?
no,
it's
that's
like
not-
they just don't.
No, wait,
Just
okay,
you have to
okay,
accept people.
okay, Bill. Let me just say this, okay? All right. But that what I'm saying is that yeah, I like pussy, okay, but I've tried dick.
Oh, really?
Yes. So what I'm saying, I don't like.
I didn't mean to say. Oh, really?
yeah. And guess what, Bill?
Wait.
Don't like it.
Oh, you don't?
Don't like the dick. But I'll try it, and that's all I'm asking you. Did you
Well,
try watching a
I mean,
Kurosawa film?
Just the fact that you would try it separates you from me by a lot. That doesn't mean either one of us is better. You're probably better because you're more adventurous. But like even just, you know, the idea of just try some dick, that never appealed to me.
Okay.
But
To each his own.
But how old were you, and why did you want to try it?
Oh my God, here we go. All right, let's go.
Well, it's interesting.
Well, I was in middle school.
Oh, that young, middle school?
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't even
Grade, maybe 8th grade.
I hadn't even seen a vagina yet.
Oh, yeah. I'd seen it, but through you know, Hustler and stuff, whatever.
Oh,
But anyway,
was it?
well, you knew what it looked like,
Was your
right?
first sexual experience gay?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you started gay and then went.
I'm not gay.
No, but you
I never even started gay.
But you said the first sexual experience.
I went, and you know,
So it was just like a camp thing.
yeah.
And when I say camp, like campy.
Well, no. Anyway, here's okay. I'll just tell you.
No,
So,
you were away at camp.
so I know. Here's what happened. So as a kid, you know, I had a real violent upbringing. Okay. Anyway,
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Start weeping?
Yeah, I know. I know. Really, my dad was like this rageaholic alcoholic, right? So then when I was like 10 or 11, I started drinking and doing drugs at that young.
He wasn't one of those Japanese soldiers that was in the cave.
Korean, though.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just give me some poetic license on the Asian joke.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying he wasn't one of the ones in the cave at the end of the war.
No,
They didn't tell him the war was over.
Oh, yeah.
You know those
Like
guys.
Iwo Jima or whatever. Right?
Who?
Iwo Jima was the.
Iwo Jima.
Did I just say that?
You said Ijo. Iwo Jima.
Iwo Jima.
Yes, it was an
it
island, one of the big battles of the Pacific.
was there a guy in the cave there?
After the war,
Yeah.
they found a number of Japanese soldiers in Iwo Jima and also Guam who they did not know the war had ended. And of course, the Japanese fought to the last man, to say the least.
Sure.
So, you know, was it a lot of them? No, but I mean, it was quite a bit after the war ended.
Well, to answer your question, no, my dad wasn't one of those.
And boy, was that salesman upset when he knocked on that cave.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, my dad wasn't, but he was a rageaholic. Then I started using early, right? And then
Using dick.
no. Drinking.
Oh, drinking.
Yeah. Dick wasn't available like just at a store.
Did they call it using back then?
I think you mean drugs. You mean?
Well, I never heard the term when we either drank or used drugs. I never heard it for liquor. Anyway,
Yeah, but I did drugs too. You know, I did meth early.
meth.
Yeah. I was like a wild kid.
I
okay?
sold meth.
All right, so and so
Possibly-
then like in 7th, 8th grade, I would go
Possibly to you.
to parties. I would get drunk, and then I don't know. This one guy just goes, "Hey, just suck," and I just did it.
for drugs.
No, like we were behind a bush or something, and I tried
Right.
it.
So you were the sucky.
Yeah, I think he sucked mine too a little bit. I'm not gonna do like a one way. You know, come on.
Is that what gay guys do?
What?
They switch off like that?
Well, I mean, if I'm getting some like with a woman, you know, what I mean, if I'm going down on a girl, I don't know why we're
Right.
talking about this,
Yeah.
and afterwards, I mean, I will go. You wanna?
Right.
You know, it's a two-way.
I mean, I say right, like that's something I
Yeah,
wouldn't do.
let's move
but,
on. Let's not talk
but
about that.
No,
I don't know
no.
why we even got into. Oh yeah, like Kurosawa. Let's go back to Kurosawa.
Was he gay?
No,
You sucked his dick. That's why you're so mad.
Yeah, I love old Japanese.
That's why you're so mad I don't know him.
Yeah. So listen. So you've never seen Kurosawa and fine.
No,
You know
but
what? You're right.
will.
I was too aggressive.
Okay, wait.
Oh my
Are they
God.
really great? Is that why you got upset?
What?
The Kurosawa films, are they really great?
I think he was the greatest director of all time.
No, that's like Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai, High and Low. He did Rashomon, Hidden Fortress. I mean, the list goes on.
Godzilla.
No, no. Although Godzilla -1 was great. Do you see it?
No, I can't watch any movie where animals get hurt.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No, really.
Yeah. Do you have dogs?
Yes, of course.
How many?
2.
Cats?
No, I believe cats only make sense as pets in a world where dogs do not exist.
Interesting.
Other than
I have
that.
3 cats.
Okay, so let's go back to you're gay.
I'm not gay.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, like, but you first tried the dick, and so that was the.
I don't know why we even got.
Was that the first and last time you ever did dick?
Yeah, man.
It was the first and last time.
Maybe a couple more times. That's the point.
Well, apparently it was more than once.
Yeah,
but we'll
I'll
let
say
that go.
yeah 5 times.
Okay, 5 times.
Anyway.
But okay.
But that was all before
Yeah.
I was 16.
No,
or whatever.
plainly you're a strapping heterosexual man. What?
Yeah. That's
Are
right.
you, what's
That's
your?
right.
Are you currently? Have you ever been married?
No,
No, me neither.
I know.
Right. And
No children, right?
not to my
Yeah,
knowledge.
me either.
Yeah.
I think I call it the David Spade path, and I look to him and I do what he does, pretty much.
Well, I would think my path is even better than Dave's.
What's yours?
Well, he got somebody pregnant, and
That's right.
and had to like deal with that, and it was. I feel like if we're gonna name this after anybody, I should get the
I think
title
I do the
because I
Kumar
think I've done
path.
it better.
Are you like pull out king or something? I don't know.
What?
You pull out good or what?
Do I pull out good? No, it's not rocket science to prevent pregnancy.
Okay, let's move on. Yeah.
And I mean, it depends on what. Some people are into sex for various reasons. I mean, and a lot of it includes like not really the sex itself. Whereas I've always been like, I'm really into it for the sex. It's just like with the drugs. Like my drug of choice is drugs. Like I like drugs. Like no, I don't do any heavy drugs anymore. I'm too old.
Yeah.
But I did all along the way. I did whatever my body would tolerate.
Exactly.
I drank heavy for years, and then my body wouldn't tolerate it, and I throttled back. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Your body will tell you what you can take.
Well, I'm sober. I mean, did you ever think like I do the traditional 12-step group thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure I do. I mean, I've read about it.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever thought about taking that path or not?
Of course not, because I'm not addicted to things.
That's not what I mean.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I'm being honest. What? Why are you so jumpy about everything? Just talk to me. No, I'm just telling you. There are people who are addictive personalities. I am not. I am a situational user. I use it when I want to. It does. The only thing I ever got addicted to was fucking cigarettes, which was stupid because it's the worst drug in the world because it didn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
Except make you want to do more cigarettes. Cocaine has the same thing, just makes you want to do more. But at least there were moments on it. I mean, I did finish my novel on it. I mean, I don't think it would have happened without the cocaine. It didn't make me smarter. It just made me stay at the desk like it was, it was really great for that. But, cigarettes just.
Yeah, how long did you smoke, bro? Because I quit for a while, and then I just went back, and it's fucking terrible.
20 stupid years. Although it was a bell curve. I started with just a few, worked up to a pack a day, and then the last 8 years was always trying to quit. So, but look, what's done is done.
Yeah.
And hopefully AI will fix that too. I'm really counting on AI.
Yeah.
Bobby.
But I found that because when I relapsed the last time I smoked a lot of weed, I felt like it did a lot of damage. Because when you smoke weed and you smoke cigarettes at the same time, it's really bad.
Well, it's the cigarette. I mean, I was just talking to a doctor who said, yeah, it's not health food, but what we see isn't really a lot of cancer from cigarette smoke. It's bronchitis and stuff like that. So, you know, and I try to be circumspect. I'll tell you what is not a good sign. I have a little device in my office, and it's to tell you the air quality. And it has pictures of two men, but they're human. I mean, I assume this is for all humans. And one is the air quality inside the house. One is air quality outside. And like if they're green, it gives you a number. Green's good, air quality good. Oh, maybe not so good outside, but it's better inside. And then yellow is, you know, whenever I light up a joint in the office, the fucking head is red. And it has a look on its face like this. So I'm guessing that's not great. A great sign.
Do you mind if I dip?
No, please.
Okay,
dip. Oh, I haven't seen one of those in ever. So now that's chewing tobacco.
It's just a pouch.
A pouch.
Yeah, it's a pouch filled with chewing tobacco.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that. But then again, I didn't grow up in Kentucky. No, that's such a ball player or hick thing to do. I'm so surprised you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
you're neither.
I did a movie once, and I can't tell you who did, but there was an actor that I really admire started doing it, and I'm like, let me try one, and I've been hooked since. What
does it do for you?
It gives you a buzz.
It does?
Yeah, and I don't need to smoke a cigarette.
What kind of buzz? Like a coffee buzz? Or
no, you know how when you used to wake up in the morning and get your first cigarette?
Vaguely.
And you would get a kind of a light buzz. It's like that. And it also calms the nerves. I feel so good right now. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, good. Me too.
Namaste, dude.
I love doing this podcast once a week because it's a great excuse to fucking get high, which I probably would do anyway. But you know, I get to do it with somebody like you who I'd love to talk to.
Bill, I love your show, but I just would never be able to do politically incorrect because I just don't know much.
Well, that show hasn't been on since 2000.
Real time with Bill Maher. My bad.
It's all right. You definitely couldn't do politically incorrect.
I feel like
unless we had a time machine.
Girl right now. She was on Whitney and she didn't know who I was, right?
She was here last week.
I know, and I found out she didn't know who you were either.
Right. She doesn't know
who anybody is.
But she loves Dylan. It's so weird.
Yeah, she loves Bob Dylan.
It's an incredible Dylan fan. A freak.
Yeah, blonde on blonde. She loves blonde on blonde.
Like knows all the bootleg stuff. It's amazing.
Wow.
No, she didn't know what he had.
I'm going to spit in here. I'll clean it out later.
Oh, you got one. Sure. Absolutely.
Can I spit in here?
Yeah.
All right, I'll clean it out later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need? I didn't know.
No, this is perfect.
We've rarely gotten the request for a spittoon here on the podcast, but in the future, you know what? I have a fucking spittoon. It's really this is great. No.
Oh my fucking God, man.
Never used this. It's you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's for champagne.
Yeah.
But you fucking spit in it, Bobby.
I can spit in this?
Absolutely.
All right.
Doesn't it look good for?
Yeah, it looks great.
Exactly. You don't want to spit in a little thing like that.
Okay, you're right.
You'll miss and get it on your. There you go, Bobby. See, this is a friendly show.
Thank you so much.
It's a friendly podcast.
Yeah.
We want people to be happy.
Let me ask you something, Bill. May I ask you a question?
No, we're so formal here,
Bill. Yeah. So I'm coming out in a movie. I have a couple scenes in it.
You're coming out.
In a movie. I'm in a movie.
Oh, in a movie.
I'm in a fucking movie coming out.
I thought it was the dick thing.
No. Can we let go over the dick thing? Yeah. I hate it. It's not my thing.
So you say. No, go ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm just fucking.
I know. I love you. So, you're doing promo for this movie, and then you kind of think to yourself, it's like, I just feel like, because that was my dream, right? As a young guy coming to LA, it's like, I'm going to do movies and TV.
And you have. You've got your dream.
But then you kind of realize that it's kind of like not relevant anymore almost. It's like, I feel like what I'm doing with my 2 podcasts, you know what I mean? And going on the road, I mean, it's kind of reinvented, you know what I mean? Me. And it's also easier to do. It's up my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? I have muscles for that. And I just feel like when I'm promoting other things now, it just doesn't seem as relevant, or it's almost as like it's a dead, you know what I mean, platform almost.
I get your feeling on this.
Yeah.
First I have the Hawk Tua girl. Now I just got the Tua guy. So interesting.
Yeah.
This show. I get the feeling of that. I think you're exaggerating. It's not dead. I feel similar about this podcast. Like if you had told me 10 years ago, podcast, I would be like, what the fuck? I've got a show on HBO. Why would I want to do a fucking podcast? It became a phenomenon, and it became a venue where I can do something I could never do on political. Now you've got me going on
There we
real
go.
time.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to talk about your dick on real time. It's just, but this is also me.
Yeah.
Talking about your dick. We do it often, and so it is great, and it's just more available to people. I mean, real time does great, always has, but it will always be a niche because not that many people know what the fuck is going on. So they're just like not going to watch the show. We're speaking in Chinese to them. But this is available to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about your dick.
Yeah, thank you.
It's something everyone can relate to
Yeah.
because they've all sucked it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I regret it. But anyway,
So, did you ever get close to getting married?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because, one of my podcasts, Tiger Belly, I started it with my girlfriend of 10 years.
10 years.
Then we broke up, and we're still doing the podcast together still.
Oh, like Sonny and Cher.
Like Sonny and Cher, yeah.
And it's going okay?
It's going okay, but it's like,
Weird?
I don't think it's weird. No, I think that people's response to it is weird.
Which is?
I think they followed the podcast because of it was like a sitcom and they were together. And now that we're not, you know what I mean? They want that. And if it's not going to happen, they just want to move on. It's weird. You know what I mean?
People's investment in characters is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, soap stars have talked over the years, tales of fans, like if they're on the show, their character in the show has a baby, and then the fans send them baby presents and things for it's like, no, I didn't really have a baby, you fucking nut.
Yeah.
And it is weird.
And also people have a problem with, and I don't know if you're like this, but with women that I've dated, I don't really have a problem with them if we break up. I mean, in fact, a lot of them are still in my life.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
are you like that or no?
Of course. I mean, I said it on the show recently. I'm going to say it again. A sex life is like a dog. Okay. You love it when you first get it. It gives you so much pleasure, but it's not meant to live forever. And at a certain point, it's going to die.
Yeah.
And it's going to break your heart.
Yeah.
But unlike the dog, it's still around. And you can and the love is not gone.
Yes.
So you just have to accept that the one facet does die. Now, people handle different ways. People stay married, of course, and God bless them. I mean, it's just a different way of handling it. And the relationship moves into a kind of more of a friendship or whatever. I've heard lots of married couples talk about, I'll have to ask my roommate, meaning their husband or wife. It's sort of like a winking, funny way of saying, maybe there's a little bitterness behind it, like he doesn't fuck me anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, if that's the way you want to handle it, I get it. Sometimes people have kids, you want to, whatever, that's fine. It's not the way I would handle it. And don't blame me for the way the world is created. I didn't make this thing where people just get bored of each other, especially with the fucking.
Yeah.
I didn't make that up. I didn't give that to mankind.
Yeah.
I'm just dealing with it the only way I think is sanely to deal with it. And you're not going to know how that is. I'm not going to tell you. I do have a formula, but I'm not going to give it.
Would you tell me like off camera?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. I want to know.
Absolutely.
So after this, you're going to tell me. But is there a way to keep it alive is the question.
Yes.
To keep the sex and the sex.
Well, the problem is that sex is in opposition to security. And in a way, lust is in opposition to love.
Wow.
Especially in a man's mind, which is sort of fucked up. I mean, over time, you love someone more, but you lust for them less. How do you change this balance so the one keeps going up and the other one keeps going down? Now, women would say, no, the more I love them, the more I want to fuck them sometimes. Yeah, that's more a women's thing because they're deeper and better. What do you want me to say? We're different.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't bequeath this. This is just what I'm playing the hand that I'm dealt. So that's the tension between security and excitement. And I think there is a way, but again,
Yeah.
fuck the public for making fun of me all these years for what I am. I'm not going to give you my formula.
Okay. I can't wait. I'm gonna know, guys, after the show. It's gonna be great. Yeah. So I mean, but we love each other. We're like family, and I don't know when I'm gonna end it, but
And it's not threesomes, by the way, for those guessing.
that does not work.
That never works.
It never works. It's fun though.
It's it's what you try when you're like, late 20s, 30s. You
Yeah.
just have just enough in the world to be dangerous, and you think you're going to be James Bond. And, first of all, it's just the one person is always going to be a little jealous. And it's just always good. It's just never as cool as it should be. Unless, maybe there are some people who can pull it off. I think they're faking. I think there are women who love the guy and trying to make the guy love them so much that they pretend that they love this, but they really don't. And I never want anyone, that's rule number one, no one can ever, do not ever fake anything with me. Because it insults my intelligence. It makes me very angry.
Well, I recently faked orgasm. Have you done that?
No, but I remember Gilbert telling me a joke about that, which blada yada 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 ended with "and spit on her back." Okay, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but
I did a whole thing where I was like, it was in the dark, and I go, I'm gonna go, and then I pulled away, and I went to the other side of the room.
But why are you?
I went to the other side of the room, and then I quickly went to the bathroom as if I was washing some stuff off.
But why did you feel the need to fake an orgasm?
Because I felt like it was never gonna happen.
I see.
I smelled something.
You what? Smelled?
Smelled?
Yeah.
I smelled something.
Smelled what?
I don't know what.
And it made you not want to come?
I don't know what that is. I don't like it.
But what was it? Ass?
No, it wasn't even abs. It was like curdled blood, maybe.
Curdled blood?
Or something.
Who were you fucking? Dracula? What the fuck? What do you mean
I
curdled?
don't know. It smelled blood, like something.
Was she having her period?
I don't know. It was in the dark.
Why were you in the dark?
Well, there was a little dim light, but you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm Asian. Yeah, anyway, my point. No, but yeah, but I pulled out and it worked. And the acting was great. I would have won an Oscar, dude. I went, I did the whole thing. You know what I mean? The body trembled. I did the whole thing.
That's interesting because you don't usually hear about men faking an orgasm. I mean, they make sex robots now that they say are so realistic that they can fake an orgasm just like a real woman.
Well, have you ever thought about
doing that?
a sex robot? Or?
Oh, a sex robot? No. No, I think that
I would
would.
like to try. I would try it. I would try it once.
But
Let's go. But can we go back to
yeah.
You don't think that
Go anywhere.
You don't think that the television movies are dead?
Right.
It's just
No, I don't think they're dead. They're certainly not dead. Let me tell you, I can prove it with money, which is the bottom line for everything. Even commercial broadcast TV, which you'd think is the most anachronistic, and it is, like still people sitting there waiting through commercials for fucking headache medicine and fucking beans.
yeah.
They every year have the upfronts in the spring where the networks sell their shitty shows to advertisers. And they kick in like $9 billion. That's not dead.
That's not
it's
dead, you're
not
right.
what it used to be.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of people watching Tim Allen.
That's true. I mean, I've gotten a lot because I did like 15 episodes of Magnum PI.
Wow.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one in Hawaii, of course.
Yeah, the new one.
I say of course because you're Asian.
yeah. But what I'm saying about television and movies, Bill,
Yes.
is that do you remember a day when they would
Bill is my dad. Call me
back in the old days.
Call me Mr. Maher.
yeah. When they said when you did like Carson, right, as a stand-up,
Yeah.
and then you were an overnight, you know what I mean, household name.
No, I wasn't. That's so wrong.
I know, but but it would do
No.
way more than it did if you did a late night experience now.
Can I disabuse you
Oh
of
my
some?
God! What? I mean, you have to admit. Let me just finish. Okay, this is how I talk.
But
Okay.
this is about something I actually know firsthand.
Okay, I want to listen.
So there's no reason to argue
Okay.
because I lived it.
Okay, let's go.
Like I always say to people, you can argue with me about anything except me.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, I know me. Like, that's why I would never go to a psychiatrist. Like, really? I've been living with me all these years,
I
and you
get it.
just met me, and you're okay. I lived it. I did 30 Tonight shows. Was not anything close to a household name. It just wasn't like that. That was the 80s. That era that you're talking about was more like the 60s, maybe the 70s. David Brenner was maybe the last guy who became a household name just from stand-up on late night shows. Then that went away, and you had to have the sitcom. Anyone after that, Roseanne, Freddie Prinze, Robin Williams, all got sitcoms from the late night shows.
Right.
But the late night show itself did not make you a star. There you go.
May I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Right. But it still puts you on the map when it comes to maybe
You were legitimate.
Hollywood.
You were legitimate.
Right.
You could do. And
When I did Jay Leno in the year 2000,
right.
no one called me the next day. Not even my parents. That's my point. It had a bigger bite to it if you did it with Carson in the 80s.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But still,
I think
still not a star maker.
Sure. But I think that the same thing has happened to maybe television and film. It just doesn't have the same impact.
Well, certainly where you're talking about the comic who comes on at the end of the late night talk show, that is nothing. What came along and blew everything out of the water was the Netflix special. That made legitimate comic stars.
Yeah, Ali Wong, aka name me one. Shane Gillis's?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Maniscalco, yeah.
But there's a number of them. Chris DiStefano.
Yeah.
Was here. Same thing. Like, you do a Netflix special, a lot of people see it. A lot of people see it.
Yeah. I want to ask you another question.
Yes.
Are you... And don't get angry.
I'm not. I'm never angry.
And I'm so calm right now, dude. Look at me now. I'm so namaste, dude. And I combative it all.
It's the spitting. It helps you.
Would you do club spots again or no?
Club spots.
Like when I'm at tonight I have 2 shows at the Improv, right?
Oh God, no.
You would never do that again?
Well, I'm on the road all the time, but I do the theaters in the cities I play.
No, I know. You're a big draw there.
No, I'm not a giant draw. I mean, I'm stopping at the end of this year.
Stand up entirely.
Yeah, I may go back to it, but certainly in 2025, I will not be on the road. I just want to see. I've been not done that in 40 years. I want to see what it's like.
Wow.
But one reason is like I'm just better than ever, and I sell half the tickets to guys who I don't think are half as good as me.
Wow.
And it's just that's not why I'm quitting, but it's like, you know, and I understand there's certain reasons for that. I'm sort of like typecast as a political comic, even though everyone can enjoy my show and would laugh at it, and a lot of it is not political. But I get it. And when you're 70 almost, a lot of people just want to see people their generation. I get it. And they just think, oh, it's going to be too smart for me or something.
Right.
And for some people, that's true, but you have to be a pretty big idiot for my show to be too. Anyway, it'll be an interesting change, and I think especially when you get into the years I'm in, it's important to like keep putting yourself out of your comfort station, try out new things, or stop doing things. See, you know, you can always.
So here's my fear right now. I'm having a really difficult time trying new stuff because, you know, a lot of times now when I perform, you know, they're pretty much all there to see me. They're generally always packed.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like this pressure to kill, right? And so, and now I'm like, oh,
yes.
I didn't try that because it's a longer bit and I don't want to eat it.
Right,
You know what I mean?
get it.
So how do you still push through or?
Well, first of all, I never go to the clubs anymore. I do try out new stuff, but I do it in my regular shows. And after doing it 40 years, like, I'm almost never wrong. I don't remember the last time I tried out a new bit and it just got nothing. It's like, I just been doing it too long. I can tell if it's going to work or not. Now, do I keep everything in the act after 1 or 2 times? No, but it didn't die. It just didn't get as great as you know, it's like, okay, they like it, they don't love it, goodbye.
Right.
I'm only going to put what they love. But it doesn't upset the show. It doesn't look weird in the show.
Right.
It just looks like a joke that wasn't a 10, it was a 5, and it's fine. But like, when was the last? I did something. Oh, I did a whole thing about being about to be 69. A whole routine, which I'd never done before. I did it this weekend in Boston and then Connecticut. It killed. I just knew it would.
Yeah.
You know,
It was the first time you tried it.
ever.
Wow.
It's 40 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time, dude.
Yeah, I gotta. I think I have. I'm stuck, and I gotta figure it out because it's like tonight. Like I know I'm gonna kill.
No, you have it figured out. You've analyzed exactly what it is, and I get it. You don't want to disappoint your fans.
Yes.
When I go up on stage, I mean, and again, going on for a long time, if you ask me what mostly do I want to be tonight, I would say their hero.
Yes.
I want to be their hero. Well, yeah, they don't want to see the hero like fumfering and doing things that may not, work.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, if you do a set of, I don't know, how long you're doing, a half hour?
Yeah.
Okay, if you do a half hour, 3 bits, if you do one every 10 minutes and it doesn't work, you're fine.
Right.
You're fine.
I'm fine. Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. You just have to be disciplined about it and just slip it in.
Yeah. That's it. I'm slipping in tonight.
Or you could use the method that a lot of comics I did it, lots of comics did it in their first 5 years, maybe even more. Strong openings, strong ending, and put the shit in the middle.
Yeah.
But you have plenty of great shit. I mean, I'm sure you do a killer half hour.
I do.
Yeah, so just, they judge you so much more just by how you end. It's amazing.
It's funny because I feel like my growth spurt in comedy I could see it. It was higher when earlier on in my career when I just, there was no name to me. And so I could just experiment, you know what I mean? And I'll try this and that. And as I get older and the more famous I become, I just get bogged down with what people expect, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I just feel like I'm at a point where it's like I either have to change or I have to get out because it's driving me crazy.
Wow, that's heavy.
It's pretty heavy. Yeah. Like I can't even. I'm on stage killing it, and I don't even want to be up there anymore. You know what I mean? And it's not why I did comedy. Yeah, and I'm stuck.
I mean,
it's crazy.
It's funny. I only do 2 days in a row ever. Like I do Friday or usually not Friday because I tape real time on Friday. Saturday morning, goes to a place, like went to Boston this past weekend, did the show Saturday.
Wilbur Theater?
No, the Fenway Park.
Oh, wow.
I had a bucket list night. I've always wanted to see Fenway Park of all the baseball stadiums.
Right.
And the MGM Theater is connected to.
We just played it. The Fenway. Yeah, it's a great theater.
So
yeah.
I used to be a minority owner of the New York Mets, so
Wow.
I have connections among the owners in baseball.
Yeah.
And I said I'm going to be at Fenway, so they were super nice. I said my show is going on mostly when the game is going on, but it was the Yankees. I got there, went to the owner's box. They had me in, super nice, John Henry and Tom Warner.
Yeah.
And I saw the first inning, did my show, ran back over, and saw the end of a super exciting 9-7 game.
Wow.
Where they were like, they were behind, they tied it up, and of course Fenway was going nuts, and I don't give a shit about the fucking Yankees. I'm a Mets guy, so I mean I was thrilled for the fans. It was amazing. But anyway, the point is I fly to the first city, do the second city, and then fly home. And so I'm only ever gone over one night because I'm just a real baby about being on the road. But it's amazing, even just those 2 nights. The first night, I'm frustrated because I haven't done my act probably in 2 weeks. I'm not on the road every weekend. So it's not quite in my head enough. So like some things I'm not hitting as great as I could if it was like really fresh in my mind. So I'm like, I got about 80% out of that joke. And I feel bad. They laugh, but I know that it could have been better.
Right.
The second night, because I just did it the night before, I'm a little bored with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, some things it's like now,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember exactly how to do that. So I feel like a hack. If I go da 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 da, they laugh a lot, and
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
go da 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 da, they don't. It's like that's stupid, but yeah. I mean, you get into ruts of how you say a joke sometimes because it works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
But you haven't probably have dealt with hecklers in a long time then.
not hecklers. I wouldn't define them as that
Yeah.
because hecklers are antagonistic. I get lots of people who are just too enthusiastic and they think they're helping or they just want to say something or
Right.
and they don't get it that you know comedy's timing and the fact that you just yelled out when you did. You deprived the entire audience here, like a few thousand people, of that punchline, and there's
Right.
no going back.
There's no go back. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
cannot go back. So they were about to have this. I mean, this is what they're paying for, to have their gut exercised by laughter. And you took that one away from you. Just you took
I
that
get
one.
so mad when they do that though. Especially it's one of your favorite jokes. Right. And then
But again, it's probably the same thing because they like you.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. But it just still there's a little bit of it. It's just like
It's
fucking-
terrible. And
Yeah,
then
it's-
you have to like yell at them. And it's like, I said it the other night, I said, I just hate it when my own fans are assholes because they did it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they did it twice. I was like, I just told you, you deprived these people and you did it again.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
my fan and you're an asshole. That's so hard for me to,
Yeah, yeah.
to compute. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it just bugs me.
When's the last time you did a weekend at a club? Probably for thousands of years.
A club?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hundreds of years,
good.
right?
I don't know. It certainly wasn't in this century. I mean, what? It wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Politically Incorrect went on in '93.
Yeah, yeah.
So I certainly was doing theaters by the end of the century.
Wow.
But
Wow.
what?
I mean, because
Yeah.
you forgot what it was like Friday night second show at a club.
I haven't forgotten at all.
It's
I
fucking
can be
nightmare.
a billion years old. I couldn't forget that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Of course. I did it so many times.
Yeah.
I did 3 shows.
Wow.
There were 3 shows. When comedy was really peaking in the 80s, it was like the thing. They could sell 3 shows. A Saturday night, you could probably sell 5, but of course, so there was 7:30, 9:30, and 11:30. Now, I hated doing 2. 3, I mean, you don't even know what you're saying after the...
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
of course, you have to do the show in exact order because the last thing you want to do...
Repeat jokes.
Right. This is the greatest fear I ever had. I did it once my whole life.
Yeah, yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
And it was enough. I hated. I didn't want to have it happen even then, but it did. And if people don't know what we're talking about, like in the second show, you're not aware sometimes if you don't do it in an exact order of what you said in which show.
Yeah.
So you say the joke you already said in this show, thinking
I know.
you hadn't said it. Oh my
Yeah.
God! And of course, the people just look at you like you fucking fraud.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I-
fucking fraud.
Yeah, I had an Oprah at Phoenix Live, and she was new at comedy, and she was on stage, and you're in the green room, you see the screen, and you're watching her, and she's
Who's this?
an MC, a local MC that they hired, right?
Okay.
I forgot her name, and
Right.
she said she was going into the same joke the second time. Halfway during the joke, she goes, "Have I said this joke already?" And the whole audience goes, "Yeah." And then she burst into tears on stage.
I wanted to.
I know.
I remember the date it happened and where it was.
No, you remember it.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
searing. It was just horrible. I don't remember the joke, but I remember it was
Yeah.
December 8th, 1983 in Sacramento.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, you remember.
I do. It just seared in my mind. So 3 shows. I mean, you just and by the way, even when you do that, you're trepidatious when you get to for some reason the end of your show because that's the last thing you said in the last show was that last routine. And half of your mind is telling you, fuck, I think I said this in this show. And the other half of your mind is going, no, I know it seems that way, but you didn't. Just stick to it. So you can't really concentrate on making it great performance.
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
just,
Wow.
you're just like sticking your toe in the water. Did I say this?
Yeah.
It's horrible. So
Wow.
I haven't done 2 shows in this century. I will. There is no amount of money that could get me to do 2
Wow.
shows.
Wow. You're so lucky.
Yeah.
Have you ever had? Because I've been booed off the stage before. Have you ever had that?
Oh, I opened for rock acts and had things thrown at me.
Wow.
I mean, they're booing when you walk out. They don't want to see you. They
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah.
they want to see the band.
Yeah.
So
The worst is like I've been doing these shows called The Great Outdoors in Canada, and it's during the day. It's thousands of people, but they're out on picnic benches eating, and it's hard, man.
yeah.
I mean, it's like to get
Oh.
at the lab because it's outside, so the
And-
labs
Well,
dissipate.
first of all,
Yeah.
outside,
Nightmare.
I tap out
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
Right? I mean,
yeah.
outside is just horrible.
Nightmare.
And I've done it even recently. The last show I did in Hawaii, I did Hawaii for 12 years on a New Year's show. And the last year, for some reason, they changed the venue in Honolulu and it was outside. I couldn't do anything about
Did you
it.
usually play the Hawaii Theater?
Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah.
We used to do one show in Maui, and that was on the 30th, and then on the 31st, it was always Honolulu.
Yeah.
It was magical, that 12-year run. But the last year, it was one of the reasons I was like, okay, I'm out. This is,
You can't do it.
well, I mean, everything comes to an end. But
You got so
outside, I just hate it outside because,
It's a nightmare.
well,
Yeah.
people have to know the acoustics are so important for comedy. When you're in a ratskeller, when you're in a closed environment with hard wood or this kind of thing, it's great because the laughs bounce off and it sounds awesome. And if you're outside, the laughs just go up into the atmosphere.
Just dissipate, yeah.
Even a Vegas showroom, very often the ceilings are high, the furniture is plush. It's terrible for comedy.
Yeah. And then it's like you think you're bombing.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
you're not, right.
you're not. Segura told me, because I just did it with Winnipeg with Tom Segura last Friday. And he said, as I was like, dude, I hate outside. He's like, just play to one table.
Wow.
So I just looked at one table that really liked me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I kept looking at them and like referring to them, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And it seemed to help, man. But it was like, because sometimes I did a show once outside where in 2 minutes I got booed off a stage. It wasn't a rock, it was a comedy show. Leslie Jones,
Why didn't they like you right away?
because it wasn't my audience. It was more, I don't even know how to say this. It was more
White people?
black people. More black people.
Black people.
Yeah, more black people. It was more black people. And Leslie Jones.
Black people don't like you?
No, they love me.
Oh.
I love black people. But Leslie Jones had hopped off the stage, kind of dry humped this white guy in the front. It destroyed. And I was back there and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be tough.
Right.
Right? And as soon as I went up there, they just didn't like, as soon as I opened my mouth and I drowned, I did 2-3 minutes, I got off stage. I was supposed to do 20 minutes. It was so, I burst into tears at backstage.
I mean, audiences can just be like, it's almost like the way a mob becomes something different than the individual does something worse because they don't feel they feel no individual responsibility for it. I mean, I've certainly seen it in the Catskills with Jewish audiences.
You used to play the Catskills?
We all did when we first came up.
Wow.
There was something called the Raleigh Showcase.
Wow.
I did it. Seinfeld did it. We all did it. It was at 1 a.m. That was horrible. But I played New Year's Day, I think New Year's night, not New Year's Eve, at Grossingers, which was the archetypal Catskills in 1984. I was 28. I opened for Roberta Flack, who at the time was one of the biggest recording stars.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw your face was a huge hit. And what's the other one? Killing Me Softly. Isn't that Roberta Flack?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right, yeah.
those are classics. So, okay, the show is the show is 20 minutes late. The audience, 20 minutes, which is not a really long time. But again, this is the Catskills, Jewish audience, very demanding.
Yeah.
Mrs. Grossinger Edis, the matron of the hotel, walks out and is booed unmercifully because the show's 20 minutes late.
Yeah, yeah.
I go out. I'm the opening chimp.
Wow.
Okay, so I do okay.
Yeah.
I
Let me
remember.
just ask you, are you nervous or no?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Yeah,
It's like I
yeah.
did 3 Carsons or whatever, and I was, I'm working gross singers. To me, this was like big.
Yeah.
This is not the clubs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
in the clubs anymore. I'm opening for somebody, but it's still, that was the next step on the ladder. That was big. I mean, Roberta Flack was huge.
Huge, yeah.
I'm working with a huge star. That's not working with, Peter Schmollneugen at the Comedy Barrel. Okay, so I do okay. Roberta Flack walks out there, and before she is finished with the first song, half the audience gets up and leaves.
Wow.
They're just like, this is not for us. This is not our kind of music.
Did she open with "Killing Me Softly"?
I don't remember.
Okay, good.
I don't think it
Open with that.
I think it didn't matter. This is 1984. We're talking about elderly Jews.
Right.
We're talking about, and I'm not saying that they were racist, but it just wasn't their thing. But instead of being polite and at least waiting, for the show to, I don't know, not even the first song, just like, no. I'm just saying audiences
Yeah.
of all stripes,
Wow.
all ethnicities, they can all be just horrible. Their view collectively is like, you're there for us, and if you're not doing the job, I'm sorry. We're
Wow.
paying you or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever their rationalization is, they're not there for yours.
Was she visibly upset?
I don't remember. Again, she went on with her show, I'm sure. She got paid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't remember what happened after. I think I was gone by then. I don't know. I do remember being brought into the prayer circle with the Roberta Flack band and her before the show. There was like,
Yeah.
we're doing that, and I'm like, what? Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, bring atheist me into the prayer circle. Sure, I'm down. Whatever. I mean, I acquitted myself that night, but that was, yeah. So I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying if it doesn't feel right to keep doing stand-up,
Yeah.
I'd be the last one to tell you to keep doing it because I'm also not doing it after this year.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep doing it. I just have to figure it out because I gotta take some risks here because it's either that or I'm out. You know what I mean? Because
Well, aren't there places you can go where where it's specifically for the experimental? What's that place on?
typewriter,
No,
Largo.
Largo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isn't that something like that?
Yeah, I mean that's a little too alternative for me.
Too alternative.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you. I mean, I don't. Did you guys have back like club comics and alternative comics back in the day?
Well,
or no?
I mean, alternative to me sounds like a fancy way of saying not that funny, but I could be wrong.
No, there's so many funny alternative. I mean, there's some great guys.
But how do you define alternative? I mean, to me, it's such a pretentious term. Like, oh, I'm alternative. Like, are they laughing or are they not?
Yeah, I think it's the approach of like in terms of like. I rely on switches and getting a laugh every 15 seconds and those kind of things.
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
If you're getting laughs, it can't be that alternative.
Right.
Because the audience...
It's a label.
But like, show me an alternative joke versus a real one or an old school one.
Yeah, I can't really.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the audience isn't that hip. If you're making them laugh, it's not really alternative. It's just working or it's not. I don't.
I think
and there are many ways to do it.
I think I'm going to say this. Their jokes are smarter.
Yeah, I get that.
And you know what I mean. And it's more Ivy League, and it's more like they're more of a club. There's that club, and I'm more,
Well, I sure don't think of Ivy League as smarter.
Okay.
I think of these are the assholes, and I went to an Ivy League college.
Yeah.
Who are protesting for Hamas.
Yeah.
They're morons. They're hysterical,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
a historical,
Yeah.
America-hating hysteric.
Yeah.
That's who they are. They're not smart.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been about like just meat and potatoes. And I talk about sex. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
You're funny.
Okay,
You're a funny comedian.
Yeah.
Don't apologize
But
for
you do have to admit, though, that there is a section of comedy. They're a little bit more arrogant. They look down on you. And it's like...
Are they the most successful?
Some of them are very successful.
Like who? Who's
I
alternative?
can't name one name because I want to start a war. You know what I mean? My whole career has been me starting wars. I'm not starting any more wars.
And I'm not doing Largo. I don't need to. I get paid when I do it.
But,
And
I mean,
and
what
it-
I've been
and it-
doing is doing Bobby Lee new joke night. I'll do
you know
that.
what? I do the most, if you really want to know what's alternative, I do the most alternative comedy out there by my definition, and I think some people would agree with me, because I do a show that, yes, has a lot of political stuff in it. Certainly most of it is about stuff that are issues and not just trivia. I do a lot of personal stuff at the end, stuff about sex that isn't political at all, but a lot of it, and I play to a ideologically mixed audience. In other words, it's not just a bunch of fucking liberals.
Yeah.
There are conservatives in the audience, and I go after both sides. I let them know for sure that I think the right is much more dangerous, but I don't hold my tongue for the left. That's alternative. I don't think a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, they're not,
or
no.
could.
Yeah.
And it's well received by a lot of people who like really feel the same way. Like, we're just the normies in the middle. We're tired of the assholes on both sides of the extremes. That's, to me, the most alternative kind of comedy you could do. Now, that sounds self-aggrandizing, but, you know, prove me wrong.
I'm glad you said that, because there is, like, politically, I mean, I have my views that I don't express, and I think there's just such fear there too, that it's like I'm so afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
Because of just the trolls.
It's not your thing. Don't. You're great at your thing.
I know. But I do have opinions.
Yeah, but I have opinions about things I don't express.
Oh, you do?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. So do you have stuff?
No, I do.
That you lock in a fucking box?
No, just the thing about the sex and the.
But that thing, that you'll tell me later.
That's just the secret, just between us.
Yeah.
So, what is the greatest? What movie should I start with? The Seven Samurai? No, really.
Would you ever see The Magnificent Seven?
Yes, of course.
Well, that was based on Seven Samurai.
That
right?
I know.
Right. So, I mean, maybe start with that.
The original or the Magnificent Seven?
Magnificent Seven.
Really?
Yeah, you're not a Star Wars fan.
Hate it.
I know you do. I've heard you say it.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? I mean, you know why? Because I'm an alternative movie watcher. I mean,
yeah.
It's just not my thing. And and you know,
like if you saw R2D2 walk in here, you'd be offended.
Not offended.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is, right there. See, isn't that R2? Oh no, that's a space heater.
Yeah.
No, I just look. To the credit of George Lucas and the people who work on that movie, I always give props to success. Obviously, it is successful beyond almost anyone's ability to compete. Yeah. So good for you. And
but in 1977, when that movie came out, what were you fucking doing?
Well,
you were like, fuck Star Wars?
I would not. I still am not fuck Star Wars. I'm just like, just leave me alone, and I'm not interested in it.
But you never saw it, the first one.
I tried.
You saw the first 15 minutes. I'm getting too aggressive again.
Like
you saw the first 15 minutes.
Like, look, I love to try things, not dick sucking.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, you know, within reason.
Yeah.
I do. I will try anything, any music, and I will absolutely putting on my list now. I've got to see Kurosawa, and I want to see the original.
Yeah.
But I tried a couple of times. I found it to be just wooden and obvious and not sophisticated. And it just wasn't for me. I found nothing to recommend it. And then in later years, like when they made sequels, I sometimes would be in the kitchen where I watched some of my TV while I'm making food, and there was some Star Wars stuff. Oh, I see it. Okay, let me try that. Maybe I was wrong. No, just same reaction. Like, what is this? You know, they're in the desert and there's lots of billowy, flowing clothes, and they're just having this dialogue that is not interesting.
Like in every movie.
It just did not. You know, something.
So if I asked you, do you know who Legolas is? Would you know who that is?
No, never heard of that.
You never heard of Legolas?
No, but to the credit of Star Wars, and again, it's success. Okay. I know that. Oh, I wouldn't watch that either.
I know you would.
R2D2, I know that.
Yeah. What does R2D2 look like?
I don't know, but I
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I know his sexual harassment lawyer,
Yeah.
RD Me Too.
That's a good one. Let's clip that. That's really funny.
Clip that. No, but I know that there's the Star Wars bar,
Yeah.
and I know Jabberwocky,
Jabberwocky, yeah.
something like that, something
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt,
Is
yeah.
fat. I know that. I mean, when things get into my conscious. By the way, I have a term for that. Mind rape is when something gets in my mind that I didn't ask for.
Right.
That's mind rape.
Mm.
I mean, they are so successful. They have mind raped me
They
about
mind rape,
lots of. I know who Princess Leia is, or I know that she's the character, and I know Han Solo.
Yes.
I was,
Good. Very good.
No,
It's
I
working.
mean, wait, yeah, but I don't really, but I don't follow them or care about.
So you never saw any Lord of the Rings movie?
No, that's also for.
You like fantasy?
I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you watch then?
Right.
Ken Burns documentaries all day? I mean,
like really, there's nothing between Ken Burns and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
No, there's
what does Bill Maher watch? I'm curious.
Oh, a million things. I mean, generally, first of all, I have TVs in 4 different rooms.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what room I'm in. Like in bed, I watch stuff that I really just watch. I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
But I have TVs in my office, in the bathroom, and in the kitchen. And in those places, I'm doing something else. Like I'm in the bathtub, I'm making food, I'm in my office, unpacking my briefcase. It doesn't have to be like, in those rooms, I usually watch.
So boring.
I watch movies like that I hadn't seen in years. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like this one. I recently watched one I had seen years ago, and I remember not liking it too much. It was called The Box. Just for example.
Okay.
Okay, it was with Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
And James Marsden. I like them. I think it's a horror movie. It's certainly a horrible movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would kill myself if I had to watch it just sitting in bed. But it's sort of like I was in the kitchen. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. It's about this couple, and they get a box from an unknown person, and it says, if you push this button, you'll become rich.
Oh, right.
But you'll kill this anonymous person somewhere else.
Right.
And I just thought, oh yeah, I remember that part of it. It couldn't have been that bad after that. It was.
Yeah.
I was right all those years ago. It was just.
So if I called you, Bill, and I go, hey, Bill, what's up? It's me, Bob. Right? And I go, hey, let's go watch Long Legs. Would you go to a movie theater and watch Long Legs?
What's Long Legs?
It's a horror movie that just came out with Nick Cage.
No, I don't watch horror movies.
Okay. Any movie. Is there any movie that I could call you and go, what's up, Bill? You want to check out Avengers?
Millions. Not Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies for children.
Okay.
I'm an adult.
But when's the last time, Bill?
I went to a movie?
A movie theater.
In the theater?
Yeah.
I think the last movie I went to was Bridge of Spies.
Oh.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And Steven Spielberg directed. An adult movie about something, but also that was very entertaining.
Can I plug a movie that I'm in?
Please, you're here to absolutely.
Oh, I have 2 podcasts.
Yes, we know that.
Tiger Belly, Bad Friends. Check it out.
They're very, very successful.
And then I'm in a movie called Borderlands, coming out August 9th.
Borderlands.
Yes.
This is between North and South Korea.
No, I play Kim Jong-un and there's flashbacks. It's like a sci. You're not going to see it. It's based on a video game called Borderlands, and it's got. Why are you leaning?
Why not?
Okay, good. It's your show. It's a little aggressive, but it's your show.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's got me, Kevin Hart, Jack Black.
Wow.
Kate Blanchett.
That's a lot of
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's a lot of funny people. Kate Blanchett is a riot.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett, that's an A-list.
I love her.
It's A-lister.
Nice person.
A-lister.
Yeah, A-lister. And we shot it during COVID.
Who else did you say after her?
What?
Kate Blanchett and who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Sweetheart.
Another A-lister?
Yeah, A-lister. And it's based on a video game, and it comes out in a couple of weeks, I think.
Well, I mean...
I'm not going to watch it, but I'm in it. I have 2 scenes.
Once you say based on a video game, you've got me hooked.
Oh, my God, Bill. Seriously. I mean, you don't play Warzone?
I've never played a video game. I never even...
Dude, Bill Maher playing Warzone. You'd be so good, I think.
Warzone?
Yeah.
Why do I want to be in a war zone?
It's great. So what you do...
Yeah?
Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
All right, so Get an Xbox.
No.
Yes. I'll buy it for you.
Okay.
If I sent you up an Xbox, would you play Warzone?
No.
Please.
We'll play with yours one day.
That's not how it works.
Just
You play from your house, and we'll
Oh.
link up from my house, and we'll talk on the thing. Just hear me out. Can you just hear me out?
I'm hearing.
All right.
Just because I
So
don't.
you're a soldier. You'll be a soldier. You and I will be dropped into like, you know what I mean, a country or a piece of land, and we fight against other people. It's happening in real time, and we get to converse back and forth. It's like, Bill, get on the hill, snipe, snipe. You know,
It sounds awful.
it's so fun.
It sounds awful and unhealthy. I mean, why do I want to be sniping people in my fantasies? That's sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't want to be in a war zone.
Okay. Well, then let's play Stardew Valley.
What's that?
Can I pitch it to you?
Sure.
All right. So we're farmers.
Or farmers. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're farmers,
Okay.
and I'm planting. So there's 4 seasons, right? You have spring, summer, fall, and winter, and you can only plant certain things in certain areas. But you can visit my farm. We can also get married in it. I know we don't have to suck each other's dicks, but like, yeah, you could, yeah.
I knew it was always going to come
No,
back
it's not
to
gonna go back.
that.
I'm just saying.
I knew it was always going to come back to that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. There's no mechanism that you can do that. I'm just saying that we can be married and have kids in the game. So we have a farmhouse. Let me just finish.
Like as 2 men, we can have kids?
Yeah, we can adopt them in the game.
Oh, that's right. Men can get pregnant now.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, we start a farm, right? And then, there's adventures too. We can go to the mines and mine for like copper and stuff like that to build
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I'd rather be a sniper than fucking
Okay, let's go back to
farmer.
Warzone. Yeah.
Okay, I live in reality. I like my reality, and I'm going to stay
You never
in
heard of
reality.
escapism?
Yeah, there is escapism.
How about this then, Bill? Check it out. We'll go to a escape room. Would you do that with me?
What happens there?
We're in a room and there's puzzles we have to solve to get out of the room. It's a real place that we go.
I do crossword puzzles.
Okay, I know, but that's not the same, man.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
It's what I like.
Okay.
Like,
But you
it's like-
haven't, bro, you haven't even tried any of these things. How do you
Yeah.
know you're not going to like it? You made a decision before you've even tried.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's kind of true.
If I send an Xbox, will he get it?
Yeah, it's like don't talk
Okay.
to the wall.
Okay, sorry.
It's like asking me if I want to like chew something and spit in a bucket. Sometimes you just know you don't.
Okay.
See the difference between our
Empanada. I never liked empanadas.
our generations is showing. These are like things of your generation that
It's not my generation. What are you talking about?
It is.
It's insane. I'm 52 years old.
I understand that's a different generation.
That's
You're
true.
16 years difference.
Yeah.
You're into video games and that kind of stuff. They're alien to me. Another indication of our different generations is this. When you get a little older, you're approaching it, you'll understand that the most important attributes in any other human beings, I think a lot of people my age come to this, are, comfort. You like your comfort. But more than that, above all, acceptance. You just have to accept people for what they are. You can't nag.
Bill.
You can't nag them. You can't just try to browbeat them into being who they're not. You can suggest things. If they spark to it, great. But the hard sell on you're not like me.
I didn't do that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I literally didn't do that.
Okay.
I was just saying, maybe
it
try
came off
this.
that way to me.
Yeah.
Like how
What I'm saying about
we're
empanadas, I
back
never
to
had an
how
empanada.
can you not
Okay.
like pussy?
Okay.
How can you not?
I love
be
pussy. I love pussy.
How can you? No, I'm just saying that my analogy to the
What I'm saying is that there was a time I never had an empanada. I refused to do it. I don't like the name of it, right? And then I tried it and I loved it. That's my point.
I understand.
Okay.
I-
So when all I'm asking you to do is maybe create a username, log on, get a gamer tag, and let's play one day, maybe 6 hours of Warzone. And we'll stream it. It'll get millions of views.
I see.
It'll be great, dude.
Stream it.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We
Oh,
should.
God.
What's the sport, the esports, where they watch other people playing video games?
I've seen that. I've done that.
What
I've
is
been
it?
there.
What is that called?
Esports.
Esports,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you're watching other people do something virtual.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't see why your generation is fucked up.
We're not fucked now.
That's so fucked up.
When you're watching a soccer match, or you're watching two people play soccer.
They're actually
teams play
but they're
soccer.
actually playing.
Yeah,
you're just
and when
watching.
people play video games, they're actually playing a video game.
You're watching people type, basically.
No, that's not the same. No,
I get it.
no, you don't get it. I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to get it.
No, can I just?
How about this?
Okay,
One-on-one basketball.
I'm 5'2", man. I'm not gonna play basketball. What? You think I'm Yao Ming? Yeah. I've never made a basket in my life. I don't get how many try. I don't know how to do that. Ping pong.
But you could learn. See, you could get good. There have been good short basketball. But see, that's the same thing.
No, it's not, Bill. Bill, I'll tell you
and
what.
I wouldn't. And
Bill,
I wouldn't.
I've tried basketball. That's the thing. You haven't tried Warzone.
That's true.
You're right. It's like I'm willing to go. Okay, this is a ball. That's a basket, and I've tried.
Okay.
Under it. Were you leaving now?
Yes.
Why are you leaving now?
Because they told me you have to get to a set at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, just give me 3 more minutes to convince you here. Just give me, right. I'm just saying, I want you to be willing to because, you're 68 years old,
okay.
right?
All right.
Oh, no,
I agree.
Okay,
Done.
and so I will pay for your Xbox. I'll even pay for the internet, whatever it costs.
I'll do it.
Great.
That's the easiest way out.
What did we learn today?
We learned why I'm not married. Because if I ever gotten nagged like that, I'd be out so fast.
Yeah.
I remember way back in the day being in a couple of relationships where it was just like that, where they go at you until you just go, yes. And then they keep going. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Done. It still goes on.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying to you.
Okay, so everyone listening right now.
I cannot wait till we play.
On the comments or direct message, make them play the game. I'll give them the console. Anyway, let's move on.
Like I'd ever see them.